right away, and trust me, I've already noticed results.
Wow, I might just have to go catch up with Brian.
After 40, energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. Feel like your old self again with Total T2. Stronger, leaner, and more energized. Just text ORDER to 369-369 for your complimentary bottle of new Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone and nitric oxide booster. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's ORDER to 369-369. ORDER to 369-369.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen.
And ESPN LA is the new home of the Rich Eisen Show in the Southland.
Let's go to Jimmy in San Antonio, one of our favorites. What's up, Jimmy?
¿Qué pasó, hermano?
What's up? Hey.
Man, Rich, people confuse you for Ryan Gosling, but not Josh Lucas. That's horrible.
The home of the Lakers. Now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, 710 ESPN. And always on the new ESPN LA app.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like nuclear reactor safety expert.
I disabled the backup cooling system. It was making such an annoying noise. You heard it, right? It was like,
we're on the countdown to core failure.
And you're saying we don't want that?
This is the job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
And it is Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr and Sweet Tea. Travis Rogers, let's do it. The Monday afternoon edition of the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show.
I'm a chivato.
On this Monday, February 23rd, the No Stress Sports Talk Express. When we last left you on Friday, we were at Riviera for the Genesis Invitational. We were having fun talking about Wiener Schnitzel.
It's a good meal. Wiener Schnitzel is good.
It's a good meal.
Now you're going to make me want to go to Wiener Schnitzel. No, like it's one, like when he said it, I hadn't even considered that. Like, that's an oddly awesome
like
answer.
Some talking wieners on a Friday night. I'm going to a Wiener Schnitzel tonight.
Speaking of the chili.
Today, we're going to talk about the Celtics just steamrolling the Lakers on Pat Riley Statue Day. Plus LAFC wins. Plus the USA beats Canada. And so much more. Marcus Grant from NFL Network, the fantasy guru, the pop culture guru. He's with DeMarco and Travis today. Plus, we got producer Laura, Young D, producer DeAndre. He'll try to make sense of this Lakers mess. And you, the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show.
I learned it from Greg.
Good Monday afternoon right now.
Yeah! Welcome in, Marcus. Good to see you.
Good to be seen.
If you're watching on YouTube, I don't think that I have not seen Marcus's sweatshirt today. We broke it down at Starbucks earlier. It is an incredible Ricky Henderson sweatshirt, and you should keep that on or it might walk out of the studio.
All right, I'll make sure. I will make sure, yes.
Yeah.
I miss Ricky Henderson.
We all miss Ricky,
I really
man.
do. I miss Ricky Henderson's presence in Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Ricky was special, man. We were talking about one-of-ones. Ricky was a one-of-one.
Oh,
Do we have a Ricky? Do we have an American-born Ricky
not
right
like
now?
that.
We
no.
need a Ricky.
No.
Yeah.
We got characters, but he was a character who also might have been one of the 10 greatest players of all time. I mean,
I love this.
It's a
spin
good deal.
around and run the first.
How was your weekend, DeMarco?
Good, man.
Yeah?
Look, this whole situation, the pain thing, right? I can't figure out why I'm tired all the freaking time. Like, pain drains you, doesn't it?
Where are you experiencing pain?
The hip.
The hip again?
See, he saw me doing the hip.
Yeah, you were
I
doing
did see
hip
you
circles.
pop a mouthful of Advil before we started the show today.
Well, a couple Tylenols.
Okay.
Got to squeeze those in there. Yeah,
Okay.
I did the pain situation, but good weekend.
You need the Yamamoto
fun.
jelly.
What was the name of that stuff?
I can't find it.
Somebody please tell us that was out there.
I'm on a hunt now. I'm going
A
to
lot of
try
our
to find
listeners
it.
are out there. If you got some of that Yamamoto gel, let me
Whatever
get
it
it
was.
so I can slather up
Yeah.
my hip with it. But yeah, good weekend. Lots of fun. I know you had a blast this weekend.
I had an incredible weekend.
I know
I had one of my better weekends in quite some time. I got to do all the things I like to do.
Yeah.
I got to go out to dinner.
Yes.
I went to dinner with my family on Friday night after we left the golf course. Met them over in Venice, over in Mace's neighborhood. Then Saturday took a very long walk because Susan was with her friends. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Went to Legends Attic on Saturday night, which I'll tell you guys about a little bit later on.
Great story.
Dude,
oh
somebody
great
got
story.
rich at Legends Attic. It was bananas.
My inner Richmond came out.
Holy
I'm telling
smoke.
you. Wow.
Holy smoke.
Yes,
and then yesterday rode the e-bikes and drank a little wine and stared at the ocean. Not a bad day,
very
right?
cool.
I got to admit something to you. When you left Riviera, when you walked.
Tried to tell you to come with me.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I was right behind you. I was tracking you.
Yeah.
I lost you once we
Why didn't you holler or call me or something?
Because I was having fun. I was trying to walk you down.
Yeah, I'm kind of fast.
You were.
Yeah.
You were. And I was trying to stay out of your, out of view.
Okay.
I wanted to sneak up on you, but I could never catch you. Yeah. So I don't know where you went.
I went back to Paul Revere Middle School.
Did you go through the neighborhood?
Yes.
Okay, so I was following you.
Yeah.
Man, you must have been hauling ass.
I got places to be.
Probably you need that hip
No, I was
health,
good. I never let the pain stop me, but I could not walk you down. I'm like, okay, there he is. I see him.
Well, so we're leaving Riviera, Marcus, and he's like, well, where do we go? I'm like, well, I'm just walking back to my car. He's like, well, how far is it? I said, I don't know. It'll take 20, 25 minutes or so to walk there. But by the time you walk up to the top, get the shuttle, walk down, it's going to take a lot longer than that. And you're like, I'm going to wait. And so I just took off. I had no idea you were behind me.
Well, I figured it out once you left. I'm like, wait, we really don't have a plan to get out of here.
Nope.
I'm out. And you said 25 minutes. I can make that.
Yeah.
Wrong shoes to walk, but I tried to walk you down. Could not. It was called Yunker. Manny said this. Yunker.
Yunker.
Shout out to Manny.
Y-U-N-K-E-R.
Yes.
Naturally flavored?
Natural flavored.
Natural
Not
flavored.
naturally flavored, because that implies that they use natural ingredients. It
What
was
is natural
flavored.
Natural flavor.
Yunker.
All right.
Yeah. Whatever he's using, I'm using it. Yeah.
Marcus,
absolutely.
what would your guess be as something that is natural flavored?
Natural
Weed.
flavored. Yeah, like like dirt, right?
Yeah,
like
that's what I keep saying.
soil.
Like earth.
Soil, It was
Pine
like
cones.
natural flavor.
Yeah, no,
Bird
thank you.
poop.
No, thank
Yeah.
you. What about your weekend, Marcus?
You know what? I was mostly the dad life. Took the kid out, let him kind of run, teaching him to try to ride a two-wheel scooter, which is going, mixed
Like
results.
a razor scooter kind of
Yeah,
situation?
so really those, right? He's
How
got
old are we?
He's 6. He's going to be 7
Okay.
soon.
Yeah, okay.
So he's kind of getting better. He's great on the 3-wheel scooter. Trying to get him on the 2-wheel scooter. So did that. Then yesterday afternoon, we just kind of chilled, man. We took some e-scooters, took them down to the beach, kind of went up and down the Strand, sat on the sand for a little bit, put my feet in some too damn cold water for a few minutes. But other than that, it was just a really low-key kind of chill weekend.
You got to have it.
The e-scooter, the e-bike, the e-revolution missed me way too late. Like, I would have been a monster as a kid on one of those e-bikes.
Oh, dude, I saw a kid popping a wheelie down like Hawthorne.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
A major intersection.
Oh, yeah, they don't give a damn.
No, not at all.
How is that? Never mind. See, I sound like the old dude. How is that legal?
It's
Are you
not.
out of your mind?
It's not, but you got to catch him.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Yeah, it's only
I
illegal
want
if you-
that job.
It's only
I will
illegal
run
if you
down
get
those
caught.
kids. Right.
I just like to cruise. I
Thank
just
you.
like to cruise.
Okay, I want that job. I'll be the kid, Chips. Yeah.
Do you get on the e-scooter?
I got one now because my
Okay.
wife got a couple of them. So,
Okay.
but I tend to I have an old beach cruiser that I had kind of rebuilt and painted and everything. Like,
Okay.
yeah, the big handlebars and the big tires. Like, I kind of like that, but I don't have as many opportunities to take that out. So now, the e-scooter is kind of a family thing, so we can all do it.
Are you good on it?
The e-scooter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
You can
fine.
stay up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to.
I mean, I used to do when the bird scooters first hit Los
Yeah.
Angeles and stuff. Like,
No chance.
At the time, I lived in a neighborhood where there were a ton of them, and it was great. Like, I could take one to happy hour and then just take it home after the end of the day. Like that, so I got pretty good on that.
I only care about the size of the seat on the beach cruiser, by the way.
Okay.
I don't care about the
I got
tire
the- I have-
size,
I have the big-
handlebars.
I have
we
the
can do
big
whatever.
wide seat.
I need the wide.
I've got the
seat.
wide saddle.
You need the one the size of like a dinner plate.
There's
Yeah.
a reason I don't do spin classes.
I've got-
nope. That
No.
seat
I've got the
hurts.
wide saddle.
Thank
yeah.
you. I need that. Yes.
Laura, how about you? How was your weekend?
My weekend was actually really, really good. Shout out to Legends Attic because I was
Yeah.
with you and we experienced something incredible, and you'll talk about it. Also, I had the chance to practice my golf swing a little bit. Not
Oh.
really, but, I've
Your
talked
putting stroke.
Thank you.
Yes.
I don't know the difference, but I was out there with the golf club trying to pretend that I knew what I was doing
Did
when
you
I
make any?
wasn't. I did.
Yeah.
I tried to shoot video for you guys, but I think I was so horrible that I was embarrassed to show it. So I didn't send it. So I got to spend time with family, saw my parents, saw my boyfriend's family. It's his grandpa's 88th birthday tomorrow.
Wow. Happy birthday.
So we're celebrating that
Does
over the
he use
weekend.
Yunker?
He doesn't. You know what?
It's natural flavor.
It's natural flavor.
He doesn't. He is a spring chicken, that 88-year-old man. He can probably outrun and outlast all of us.
Dee,
Crazy.
how about you?
My weekend was great as well. I went down and did a 3-mile hike with my girlfriend right in Camarillo, around the area. It's called the Memorabilia Garden. So we went right behind that. They had like 3 different types of trails. We went to the basic one, just kind of start off, because I want to get back into, that as far as my routine, as far as doing different types of workouts. And then we went down to Cosm, Los Angeles.
Got to see Lakers and Celtics.
Got to see Lakers and Celtics. It was good turnout. Unfortunately, the Celtics fans started to cheer a lot more than the Lakers fans. But, other than that, the food was great. I recommend the lemon pepper wings over there.
Yeah. I'm a big supporter of the lemon pepper wings down there.
They're
so good.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever had a lemon pepper wing that was bad.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, but these are good.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah?
Yeah, just one time. It was really bad, not here.
Well, if it was bad, you probably only one time. You didn't go back.
The place was just bad. Yeah, the place was bad. They looked weird. Yeah.
A bad wing is pretty good. It's like pizza. Even bad pizza is pretty good.
When they cut the at the base of the bone and it rolls up, so it looks like a cake pop.
Oh, like a little yeah.
That it was just bad. It didn't taste good.
Yeah, no, leave it on the bone. I can work around the bone. That's fine.
Too complicated.
It's all good. Yeah. All right, that's all the nice stuff from the weekend. Now we got to talk about the ugly, hideous, grotesque, brutal. Little Lakers Celtic debacle coming up next. Marcus Grant is here. It's DeMarco and Trav, ESPN LA.
Hey, you can tune in to Travis at DeMarco and Travis all week for your chance to win a pair of tickets to Pechanga Resort Casino's annual wine festival and chocolate decadence on Saturday, March 7th. I will be there. Cannot wait. This is going to be cool. Annual wine festival. So if you're a big fan of wine and chocolate, this is your evening. Saturday, March 7th. When you hear the cue to call, get ready to sweet talk me and Travis, and you can sweet talk your way into a night of chocolate and wine. It's got to be good. We are grading harshly. The Lakers got their butts kicked by the Celtics, so you better start sweet talking us big time. Visit pechanga.com for tickets and details. Cheers.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
I don't feel old. I don't think I look as old, but I mean, the numbers are the numbers.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
So I don't know, I'm feeling a little weird. So not like depressed or anything, just a little weird. Here's the thing. I find that the best way to feel young is to hang out with people that are older. With one of my
hang out here more noon to 3.
I have a lunch tomorrow with a buddy of mine. He's 84. The other guy that I'm having lunch with tomorrow, he's 82. So if I just keep hanging out with all these old guys, I'm going to continue to feel young.
Do you think you have more in common with the old guys or the young guys?
I kind of feel I can hang with the old guys and feel young, and I can hang with the young guys and feel more mature.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles, the ESPN LA app, and streaming live on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Not sure what to do this week? The answer is always Cosm. Here's your Cosm calendar for the week of February 23rd. Visit Cosm.com to lock in your tickets for spectacular showings of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with a free dessert, The Matrix, Oh by Cirque du Soleil, Big Wave, and the double feature Orbital and Liquid Verse, all in shared reality where the screen wraps around you and literally pulls you in. There's also a full menu of local food favorites, craft cocktails, and beers to enjoy at all the games, movies, and events, and the Cosm deck offers incredible views and is perfect for a date night. If you're a WWE fan, enter the Elimination Chamber, where you are dead center in all the action. On Sunday morning, arrive early for intense Premier League as Arsenal and Chelsea hit the pitch at 8:30 a.m. Visit Cosm.com to lock in your tickets for great Cosm events like these. Visit Cosm.com right now for a list of all games, events, and showings. Hurry before your event is sold out. That's Cosm.com. That's your Cosm calendar.
As America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive has your back.
Oh, like if I need a replacement part?
Sure, we can help with that.
Ah, nice. Hey, I just entered this online contest for coolest bike in the world. You think maybe you can vote for me?
Actually, we just do insurance, not popularity contests.
Yeah, I know. But what's your email? I'll just send you the link real quick. You can vote like 100 times a day. They'll never know.
To be clear, Progressive has your back for insurance only. So get a quote and see if you can save.
So what I'm hearing is there's a little bit of wiggle room.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions.
Hey, Team Wendy here. If you're looking to consolidate your high-interest credit card debt with a personal loan, take a look at SoFi's stats. A SoFi personal loan comes with low fixed rates, no fees required, and as soon as same-day funding. That looks good on paper, but SoFi also passes the eye test. Having helped its members pay off over $33 billion in debt to date, score. View your rate for a SoFi personal loan at SoFi.com/stats today. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, NA member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply at SoFi.com/stats. NMLS 696891.
You're listening to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on 710.
By the way, DeMarco, I see you rocking that quarter zip today, man.
Am I making a statement with this thing?
Yes.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers.
It's a quarter zip. We've had these forever.
You and I have been wearing these for 30 years.
Back to DeMarco and Travis.
Oh, my God. I played this song like 100 times this weekend. I don't know why. Do you like this song?
It's catchy.
I love this song. Okay. You like this song?
I do like this song.
I love this song. This is Bruno.
Gives you a little pep in your
It
step.
does, doesn't it? It makes you, Bruno Mars makes music that makes you happy.
Can you imagine this song, Trav, on your e-bike?
I'm trying to look. I think this is the first time I've ever heard this song, so I'm trying to see if I like it or not. It sounds all right.
Especially the chorus when he's riding, right?
Exactly.
After a few martinis, here it comes.
No, the bikes and martinis.
Don't mix.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
This is before you get the martini.
Yeah.
Check this out. This is you driving. Hold on. Here you go. Never mind. Too late.
Okay, this is a roller skating ring kind of vibe.
Yeah,
like,
it's very
hey,
roller skating
That's what I
jam.
mean.
It's a roller skating
This
jam.
is how I picture you riding the e-bikes.
Can you
Chilling.
roller skate?
So this weekend, I had to take Grace to Fountain Valley. There is an old school skate rink
Right
out
off the
there.
freeway. I drive by it on my way home
That
every
one.
day.
They had an what do you call that? Stranger Things skate party.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
that
cool.
sounds
Yeah,
fun.
So they all got dressed up. No, I hated it.
Yeah.
She got in the car. She had like blood on her face. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, like Stranger Things because of the monsters, not like an
Whatever.
80s theme thing.
Oh, I was so
That's where I
mad the
was
whole
going.
way. But I went and we roller skated. It was cool. Yeah.
Can you skate backwards?
No.
Okay.
No.
Marcus, can you skate?
Not well.
Yeah.
Not well, no.
I got no
Nothing?
chance.
There was a real professional in there.
Yeah.
Like everybody's got.
But there's
these-
always one.
Right, but we got these big fat roller skate wheels.
Like
His-
the four wheels
Yes.
or not inline?
The
No,
four,
no.
the
Yeah.
four wheels I'm probably a little bit better at because I at least have a base.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like-
His wheels were tiny. And
Oh.
he was just, spinning around like
That's what he does.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah.
This is his house.
All
Yeah,
right.
he was that guy.
roller skating is a 4. Roller blading is a line.
That's a line.
So
Okay.
yeah. So
There
there's
was one kid with
distinction.
rollerblades in there, but yeah.
Can you skate, Laura?
So I used to be really good when I was young until I broke my arm and my wrist. That's why I never got on the bike.
Okay.
I've done it as an adult, but you'll catch me holding the rail
Oh, no.
the entire time.
That's,
Because
that's
I'm
me.
like-
That's me with ice skates. I'm just like on the wall, just
Yeah,
kind of
same.
Use
slowly
the
going
thing.
around.
Use the thing.
No.
I've done the
Don't
thing.
use the thing.
That's
No,
no,
don't
that,
use
that,
the thing.
I'll stick with the wall.
Yeah,
over doing
you
that.
don't want the thing.
I'll stick with the wall over the
Yeah.
thing.
The thing
I'm
is,
not doing the thing.
You're making a statement with the thing.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
it's
doing. I'm
different.
not doing the
On the
thing.
wall,
I don't want
yes.
to do the thing.
On the wall was once on the wall
That's
statement
cool.
is
I'm trying.
on the wall the statement is I don't know how to skate.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
On the thing is I don't know what the hell's going on in the world.
Okay.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I'm
care
not,
what you
I'm not
think. I
doing
don't wanna
that.
fall.
I'm not doing that.
Yes.
DeAndre, can you skate?
No.
No. Good.
I hold on for dear life on the railing as well.
We're gonna scratch the team roller skating event
Nah.
off the list of events.
Drinking is the team bonding.
There you go. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what happened yesterday afternoon where, we're running out of games. We're running out of runway, so to speak, as far as the Lakers figuring out what sort of team they're going to be, having all three of your guys. They beat the
were
Clippers
healthy.
on Friday night, and they looked really, truly awful yesterday for three quarters. And it was an incredibly demoralizing because of who it was, because of the circumstances of the game, because of the way that really almost everybody played, but in particular the supporting cast. It was just a bad day across the board.
I think what is disheartening, I think the most, is to hear after the game them talk about, well, we're still trying to figure out how to make this work with the big three. How we're, but I feel like this was the same spot they were in last year after the trade for Luka. You get through the All-Star break, and you get to the same sprint again. And it was like, okay, well, they got the sprint. Let's figure out how to make this thing work with LeBron and Luka and get into the postseason. to me, this was they were supposed to have come to some sort of resolution on this by now. That here we are a year later, and we're still saying the same things about we're trying to figure out how to make this work. We're still trying to figure out how to get this thing going with our big three, and then get all the complementary pieces involved. How? Why is this a year later that we're still having the same conversation?
It's game 13 for the big three, right?
That's correct. They played a total of 12 games together.
There's always reasons why. I think they just absolutely nutted up on the big stage. I don't think they're this bad. I really don't. I think Boston was more fired up. They played harder than you did, and you got your ass kicked. It is embarrassing.
Far more physical, too.
Far more physical. I think you just got outplayed. But I wouldn't say the Lakers are just terrible because of this. You got your ass kicked. It's bad. You deserve everything that comes your way. But it is what it is. But they can't win for losing because they are still trying to figure out that big three. They haven't been on the floor with each other but 13 times. So how do you know at this point? At least you can say Boston knows who they are and how they're going to win games, right? Wouldn't you say that? One of the best teams in the – they just ran into a better team, and you stunk that night, and you got stomped into the ground, and it sucks.
I think going back to what you said a second ago, Marcus, you said, they're still trying to figure it out. Maybe how it's going to work, right? Maybe it doesn't. And because clearly they're not going to be a good defensive team, right? They're just the personnel they have, they're not going to be. And by the way, 111 points isn't great, but it's also not terrible. And you still got blown out by 22. Right. That's the part to me that I think is the most
scoring less than 90.
It's the figure it out portion of what we're trying to figure out should not be the offensive piece of this. Right. The figure it out portion of Luka, AR, and LeBron James should be what are we going to do to stop somebody? Not what are we going to do to put the ball in the basket. And that's
Mazzulla knows they can't stop you.
Well, watching it yesterday, it was just one of these, hey, the ball's not moving. Everybody's standing around and watching. And it feels like they're just kind of doing that thing where they're taking turns. Like, okay, you go, I'll go.
Yeah.
There was no offensive flow to speak of.
Take the ball and go at Reeves and score at will.
Well, but that's defense. Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the offensive part of it. And the offense looked terrible. And that's they're going to be bad defensively, but offensively, if that's what this is, and I'm not saying that it won't be better occasionally, but it's frequently not very good offensively. That's the scariest part to me.
Yeah, well, I think they're not consistent enough offensively to counteract how not good they are defensively.
Atrocious.
Yeah, like you can't be a below average defensive team and then also just a kind of middling offensive team. And I think some nights they are just a middling at best offensive team right now.
Can't shoot that bad if you're going to be that easy on the other side.
But are you guys not as concerned as I am where you have three elite, like Austin Reeves is a very good NBA offensive player. Luka Doncic might be one of the best offensive players in the whole league. LeBron James is LeBron James. 88 points?
Okay.
Yes, really?
Yes and no. I'm worried about the playoffs, definitely. When you run into a good team, that's probably what's going to happen. That's what I'm saying. I think that's just where you are. I don't think this is going to happen night in and night out. It depends on your matchup. And I don't know this for certain, but Jaylen Brown and Luka, do they have a thing? Is there a mental edge to Jaylen Brown?
Not that I know of. Not that I'm aware of.
Not because of the finals back in the day?
Possibly so, because of the way the Celtics came in there in that finals game against the Dallas Mavericks. I don't know if that's the case.
Basketball to me is like messages being sent. They sent a message to the Lakers about Austin Reeves and his defense. My sixth man is doing this to your guy. And Jaylen Brown, or it seems like Luka wasn't Luka, but Jaylen Brown was sending messages.
It's because they're too concerned about what the referees have to. You can't let a game like that dictate what you need to get done on the basketball court, because the Boston Celtics have moments where they're out there, they're complaining to the referees, but they knew what the Lakers, what they like to do. Austin Reeves, he likes to get in there, kind of chirp at the refs. Luka Doncic is the same way, which we love because he's fire and it brings an edge out of him. But what happens when he knocked down that three-point shot? The Celtics are getting out, they're running on the other end of the floor, they're getting easy transition layups. The Lakers couldn't make the necessary adjustments because what were they doing before the second half of the season approached? They were able to go into a zone, which worked into their benefit. But when you run into a Boston Celtics team who what they love to do is catch and shoot threes, you can't go into you can't have a counter. So the Lakers were stuck with the man-to-man principle where the Celtics were able to exploit the Lakers' weaknesses.
Mazzulla's a good coach, isn't he? I like that dude.
He is.
I like that.
And they've got a team. And obviously they're missing their best player, right? Jason Tatum is not there, but it's still works. And it still works because it is a good team. It's not a collection of talents. It is a team. And this is the part that I worry about because the Lakers have talented players, or at least a handful of talented players, but the pieces don't seem to fit together. And I keep going back to what you said, Marcus, they're going to figure it out. Shouldn't we have seen a rough outline of something coming together? Like, I understand that they have had a very limited time together, but you would say, all right, these two things work really well together. These three things work really together. We got to fix this other stuff over here, but none of it looks particularly good often enough. There are nights where it's fine, but okay, that's not what we're hoping for unless this is just a run out the string situation. I just keep coming back to none of it really coalesced around something that you can say, at least we're good at this. There's other than, hey, Luka, go get 40 against the Clippers. Okay. Hey, Austin Reeves, go get a bunch. That's not a plan. That's just having a good player that has a good night.
Well, and that's kind of what the early part of the season was a lot of that, right? When Austin Reeves was like balling out at the beginning of the year, right? And they have those nights where Luka just does the Luka thing, and LeBron will rise up and do his thing. And I do wonder or worry or whatever, like, as you are trying to figure this out with your big three, how much does that impair involving everybody else and getting, not that you're expecting Rui to come out and have huge nights, but there will be nights when you need Rui to come out and do his thing. You'll need nights where you'll need Marcus Smart to contribute a little bit offensively. And
there are nights when I need my car to go faster.
Is that going to be hampered when you're still trying to figure out your big three situation?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. This is it. I mean, if you have a poor shooting night, like you said, I think it's the best point you made. You're not good enough to be this bad on the offensive end. You're not good enough on defense to back this up. If you're not hitting, chances are you're in trouble. And you're probably going to get blown out. But we've said that before. That's how it goes. When it looks bad for the Lakers, it goes bad in a hurry. When you win, sometimes it's tight.
I'm okay with them. Okay is the wrong phrase. I can live with them being terrible defensively if they're dynamic offensively.
Right.
Because at least it may not be a good plan, but at least it's a plan.
It's a plan.
We're going to get to 130 before you. Okay, that's the plan. Might not work very often, but bad on both ends is the part that really was like, wait a second. And then, and we can come back and talk about this coming up next, because I thought that the fight, the physicality, the want, the whatever you want to call it, especially on a night when you had Pat Riley in the building.
Pritchard kicked your tail.
Dude, he had 30 on 14 shots.
On Riley night.
He had 30 on 14 shots.
Yeah, smoking your cigars. Right. Dancing with your date.
Don't forget, you got Sedano and Cap live this Friday at Vision Works in Fullerton from 7 to 10 a.m. Come hang out with the Sedano and Cap Morning Show crew for a chance to win upcoming basketball tickets, score exclusive Sedano and Cap tees, and take advantage of 60% off complete pair of eyeglasses at Vision Works. It's all happening this Friday in Fullerton. We will see you there. Where did the fight go? That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
It was a night to remember at the Coliseum.
Yeah, they're booing Lionel Messi here. This is an LAFC crowd. This is Los Angeles, baby.
The black and gold made a statement. 3 goals, 0 doubts.
Oh, what a goal!
LAFC shuts down Messi and Inter Miami 3-0.
And Inter Miami look Messi with a Y tonight.
Now it's on to leg 2 of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. LAFC look to finish off Real España tomorrow night. Coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
ESPN LA family, on personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand. 2026 marks 15 years that you've trusted me to represent you. When you're hurt and down, I'm honored to fight for you in personal injury cases when it matters most. Numbers don't lie. I'm the real deal. The voice you hear is a voice you get. If you've been injured in an accident, call 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, built on trust, proven by results.
Pack your year with awe and awesome at SeaWorld San Diego. Get up close to over 9,000 animals. Experience the thrill of the deep with mesmerizing shark species in the all-new Shark Encounter, opening this spring. Savor over 150 international flavors during the Seven Seas Food Festival with an all-new headlining concert lineup on select dates from February 27th through April 26th. Go from real to unreal at SeaWorld. Get unlimited visits with a fun card for only $99.99. Hurry, offer ends soon. Restrictions may apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to A to Z Savings, our biggest sale of the year.
Happy to be here. Can I get some rotors?
Would you like brake pads with that?
How much are the brake pads?
Free with Duralast rotors.
Free. Really?
Really. Free.
I also need some oil.
Would you like an oil filter with that?
Yeah, how much is that?
Free with the oil.
Free. Really?
Really, free. It's part of A to Z savings with hundreds of deals.
From A to free.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Ends March 9. Restrictions apply.
Empower. Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
So, I fall. Kind of, sort of frequently.
Yeah, but you get back up.
I get so far.
Yeah, you get up. There you go.
DeMarco and Travis continue. Here are the guys.
My Rams post-game jam that apparently we played every break during an entire game, and I didn't notice.
This from a song? This from a song?
Calvin Harris.
Harris.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Emily told me about this.
I'm sure she did. There's nothing she likes more than to show how little I know about this stuff.
This is the one.
This is the one.
This is
they
the
played
one.
it during every single in and out during a post-game show, and I never noticed.
Never caught
You know
on.
Finally, Jorge and Emily are like, are you not going to say
Okay.
anything about what?
This is what gets me about you.
Yeah.
You can spot any uniform deformity.
Mhm.
Any change in any uniform, you
Yes.
spot it immediately.
Yes.
But you don't know music playing in the background
It's-
every break.
Everybody's got a blind spot, you know? Like, everybody's got a blind spot.
That.
Wow.
That is.
It is impossible for me to not see that uniform thing, and you could play that song 100 times in a row, and I would never, ever pick
You
up
should
on
have
it.
seen how fast him and Clinton Yates spotted some defect in
Did
a
you
Boston
see the
Red Sox.
Red Sox uniforms this year?
I mean, I saw like the piping was weird, and like
my
the
God.
numbers
Yeah, see,
sort of
he
like kind
gets
of
it.
blended together
Yes.
almost.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
saw
it's
it.
weird. Yeah.
Another one.
See?
Wow.
They did fix the Dodgers. Did you see that? Because it was like weird. The D was weird, and it just the spacing was off. They did fix that
I'm
one.
gonna. I saw that and I looked at it. I'm like, okay, they're trolling me now because that does not look like it's supposed to look. And but when they showed up on the field, everything looked fine.
Let's
Yeah.
troll Travis.
Yeah, it was one of the, I'm like, that doesn't look like it's supposed to look.
We should get a whole lot of like fake stuff and just like ruin the lettering
No.
for Travis every single
no,
day
no,
just to
that
mess
will,
with him.
my ADHD and OCD would go off
Just
the
to mess
chart.
with him a little bit. Yeah,
You're
just have
messing
one
with
thing
all
off.
of us, not just him. That's the thing.
That is so funny. Wow.
You wanted to talk about what James Worthy had to say after the game, didn't you?
Yeah. I thought it was a bit strong. I mean, it's. I mean, he's.
Do we have
earned,
the sound?
Yeah, he's earned the right to say whatever the hell
Yeah.
he wants to say. But you know, to say you're a disgrace to the uniform. I mean, wow, dude.
Let's take a listen.
No heart. Weak. No heart, weak. And it's post All-Star, you know, and we talked about what they needed to do before All-Star. I think they didn't achieve what they wanted to there. So now you get a break and they come back. Clipper game, okay. That was a tough game. They won. But tonight, this afternoon, was weak. It's the Boston Celtics. Okay, no Tatum. You're at home. You're in fifth place. You're trying to move up. You show no, really, you know, to me, no respect for the uniform. Okay, when you come out and you get out rebounded, offensive rebound after offensive rebound, Pritchard, Jaylen Brown, you can sniff out weakness. Okay, when you do that, you can just dominate. That's what they did. They've got to decide who they want to be.
Dang. He's right about everything he said, except calling them weak. You're not in the locker room. You don't know what's going on unless you are. Is he in the room?
He's in the studio for that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought that was a little bit strong, but I get it. It's Worthy. He feels differently about the team than we do. But that's a tough spot to put those players in and coaches in to call them weak. They got kicked. They got their butts kicked by a better basketball team. You just outlined it. It always happens when they face the top 10 or top 3 team. The same way. But to call them weak because you lost to another laundry, I thought that was a little bit strong.
That feels like an alum talking about a rivalry game.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, that's like, you know, I don't know, if USC had a weird loss to UCLA, the alums are going to feel stronger about that than if they, if that same game, if the Lakers played that same game against Utah, right? The Sacramento Kings, whoever, it's disappointing. It's frustrating. I don't think you get James Worthy feeling that strongly about it. It's because it was the Celtics on national TV that he felt some kind of way.
I totally get the feeling, right? When the Rams lose to the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
Steamed, can't stand it, hate it. Hacksaw Reynolds, let me cut my car in half. That's how mad I am. But to call those dudes that are putting on that uniform, going out there and banging for your entertainment,
well, I think that's
me to call them weak because they lose?
Yeah.
Bruh, come on now.
I don't think it was just the loss.
Disrespectful.
If I'm trying to get inside James Worthy's head, I think it was the fact that they weren't banging. I think that's his objection. I think it's what Marcus is talking about, that the Celtics, I think, means something to a generation of Laker players from Worthy's era that maybe they don't feel right now. That maybe that's changed a little bit, and we'll talk about that coming up in just a second. But I think his response and is kind of not my response, but it was just one of these hit him back. Like you're sitting there letting the Celtics kind of bully you a little bit. You're whining to the referees nonstop. You're getting, and granted, some of those calls were dreadful, but deal with that after you play. Deal with that after you try to. If they're going to let them get away with things like that, then you try to get away with it. It just felt like the Celtics were able to. Peyton Pritchard is just looking at him like, I can't wait to bust your ass. He has like a little smirk on his face, like, I'm going to kill you. And nobody really did anything. I think that's where James Worthy's coming from. Not just that they lost, but that they put up very little resistance during the loss.
You also embarrassed me in front of company because Pat Riley was there.
Yes.
Pat Riley, like our coach was there. The guy who helped build Showtime was there and getting honored, and you play like this. You embarrassed me in front of company against our biggest rival. Like, I think that has a lot to do with it, Like
the guy that brought, and I know that the Riley era of Laker basketball, Showtime, fast break, and Magic Johnson, no look pass, they were also tough. Yeah. That was not a group of guys that were not. Magic Johnson was tough. Kareem was tough. Kurt Rambis was tough. Byron Scott was tough. Michael Cooper was tough. Like, those guys played hard, and then they're showing, they're doing the statue, and you just didn't show up like that.
I never thought this current group was tough at all. So, I mean, what about last night surprised you?
The lack of resistance. Not that they got killed. Not that they shot the ball poorly. Not that they're bad defensively.
Dudes got exposed. If you can't score on the offensive end, you're probably going to lose the game big.
Yeah,
I've seen this movie before.
I have too, but it was that they seemed oddly okay with it. Yeah. That they were just kind of like, I guess tonight's not our night. That they rolled over awfully easy.
And
I've seen that before. That's what I'm saying. We've all seen that before when they get blown out. This is standard operating procedure when they get beat.
This felt different because it was the Celtics.
Because it was
the Celtics.
Boston.
Yeah. It was Sunday night. It was on prime time, national television. It felt different.
There's certain games, though. Like, for example, Friday's game, they were playing against Little Brother. And even though that game almost slipped away from them, it felt like they played with heart and oomph. And yesterday, when I was watching the game, there was times where I was like, oh, they're catching up. Like, oh, maybe they have a shot. But because everything these guys just said, it was the Celtics. It was Pat Riley unveiling statue day. Like, I feel like you have to be more and you have to play with more heart because of those things. There's certain games that you mark on the schedule and you're like, that one, right? And there's things that are happening around that one. And if I'm not going to play tough every game, then I play tough for that day. And they didn't seem like they were doing that. It's so frustrating.
Do you guys think that the Celtics mean the same to this generation of Laker players that it meant 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 40 years ago? I don't either.
Not at all. Not even close. No, it's different. I mean, obviously the rivalry has sort of died. They haven't played in a ton of finals like they did in the 80s and in early 2000s or whatever. Like, they haven't really matched up like that. So no, it's not. I mean, I think obviously free agency and guys sort of switching teams and going back and forth has sort of lessened some of that. So no, it's not the same level.
No, the uniform has less glow and that green is less intimidating. It's different now. If you're a little kid growing up in this is probably all you know. Like, this was a rivalry. Yes, that guy that's being with the statue, he used to kick their butts. Back in the day, we used to hate them. Oh, really? I kind of like that guy
I think
now.
that's part of the source of Worthy's frustration, is that he still feels it in his bones.
Let me say this. You can't hijack the loss, though. by calling that group weak. That's what I'm saying. I think that's horrible. I
didn't have a problem with it.
You're just heaping more bad on that squad. That's what I'm saying.
DFAR, you told me when we were talking about this and the audio that you felt when he said no respect for the uniform, that's what really got you.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Did he say no respect?
He said no respect.
Yeah.
No respect.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay. No respect for the uniform.
That's what really got you fired up because you're like, you can't say that. And I wanted to know what was so
okay,
hard
I'm
for you to
thinking
hear
about that. He might be right because I'm thinking about that's the thing. I'm kind of like, this team in and out more than we do, and you're surprised by this, and then you heap the weak comment on them. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing, I forgot what I was going to say about that. With Worthy.
I don't think he was responding to the butt kicking. I think he was responding to the level of comfort that the Lakers seem to have with getting their butts kicked. Like, I get it. There are nights where it feels like they've kind of, if they fall behind, they'll kind of, not tonight, we'll pack it in. This didn't feel like they packed it in. This felt like they got their butts kicked. And I think there's a distinction between those two things.
But we've seen it before.
But again, I think there's a distinction.
Because it's the Celtics?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But in this current group, it's not the Celtics. This team is trying to – it's going to change. Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. He knows how this team is constructed, too. They are a bunch of mercenaries. They may not care right now, but who doesn't know that? That's what I'm saying.
I think he knows it. I just think it bothers him.
But that's not the player's fault.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
His feelings are his feelings.
The reason you got your butt kicked is because the way this team is constructed. That's not the issue of the players on the floor.
But it kind of is. I mean, like you still have some agency in this whole thing to like show up and show out. Especially on
a Riley night,
and an island. I say this all the time with NFL games, right? If you're watching an island, a Thursday night game, a Sunday night game, a Monday night game, and a guy drops a huge pass, it's a story, right? If it happens like as one of 8 games at 10 a.m. on a Sunday, it's
lost in the shuffle.
It does. It kind of goes under. But like that same play when we're all watching on Sunday Night Football and a guy drops what could have been a big first down conversion late in the game, you're like, what the hell? Like it's a much bigger deal. And this was an island game. This was out there for everybody to see as opposed to being one of 10 games on a Tuesday night or
against
something.
Boston, they get right. They do what? That's what I'm saying. This team plays differently.
Compete.
See, I think they stunk on the offensive end. They really did.
They did, but it's not the performance. It was the effort. I think there's a distinction between those two things.
I think there's another thing in play. I think Boston is better than we thought. You have to give them credit, too.
No, yes, but it's not the result. It was the effort. I think that was Worthy's reaction was directed at the effort, not necessarily the result.
Well, I've always been taught, and this came from head coaches, be careful questioning effort.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. You absolutely do not know. And that's what I mean. You're crossing lines.
Don't trust your lying eyes?
Well, to you, it looked like a lack of effort.
Yeah, and to James Worthy.
To them, it could have been something else.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Just think about the Rams like Niners, right? Like in that regard. So
I just said that. If they get their butts kicked, and they have, that coach drives me crazy. Shanahan absolutely hammers the Rams. No matter how good the Rams are, they wind up losing to those guys. But I will never say it was because of a lack of effort. That's crazy. Or they're weak, or they were disgraced to the uniform. Really?
But see, that's okay. The whole disgrace to the uniform and stuff like that.
First of all, let's get the quote right. No respect for the uniform.
No respect for the uniform. Yeah.
See,
okay.
I keep messing that up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. No respect for the uniform.
But if you just
could be because some of these guys are out of here.
Yeah. If you're just taking it to what last night's game is something that you can't coach. Like, I get people want to go point fingers right at JJ Redick. I get it. Can he make certain tweaks and stuff like that? Is a Lakers roster not constructed the right way? Possibly so. Yes, we've seen that they have a lot of flaws. But the things that you really can't teach, the second chance opportunities, giving up offensive rebound after offensive rebound, you can't coach that. That is an energy and effort thing. That is something that you got to look at your bench, and you got to try to find someone that can bring some sort of energy and effort on that end of the basketball court, which they did not have. So I get it as far as not having the respect for the uniform and stuff. Could it have been too far? Yes, but that's stuff you really can't control and you can't teach if you're JJ Redick.
Which guy? Give me a guy off the bench.
Okay, one guy off the bench that normally does provide the energy and effort, who was really missing last night, was probably Jackson Hayes, who does provide a different type of spark. He got hurt early in the game, which I'm not saying that the game would have changed dramatically, but he's a big part.
He's energy. He's
energy.
He's
different type of spark, and they didn't have it. And again,
okay, another answer to what I'm saying. Jackson Hayes wasn't there. So is it effort, or are we missing our energy guy? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, but
other guys can bring energy. Right?
I said, give me a guy off the bench.
Yeah.
You said Jackson Hayes. He got hurt.
Okay,
Well, maybe that's the reason you have no energy.
You want another example? Jared Vanderbilt's supposed to be your energy and effort guy. He was the same one that was getting picked on a pick and roll game one-on-one with Peyton Pritchard, too. He's supposed to be your energy and effort guy. But he can't stand the basketball court. I'm not excusing the loss. They got mashed. And to get embarrassed like that, I'm with you. I just thought it was a little bit strong. So I love Worthy. Don't get me wrong. So he's right. There.
The Far Side is coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
All gas, all Lakers.
Tomorrow night, the spotlight shines bright at Crypto.com Arena. The Los Angeles Lakers are ready to defend the house against the high-flying Orlando Magic.
Here's Luka. Long three. It's good.
The Lake Show Battle the Magic. Coverage begins tomorrow at 6 p.m.
The Lake Show lives here. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. BBGO is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BB, go for it and bring something different to the table.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com.
That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cash back app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. Top users make between $200 to $300 per month.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GOOD25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GOOD25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GOOD25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
The home of USC football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show right here on ESPN LA.
The Far Side.
And it's time for The Far Side, presented by our friends at Highlands.
The Far Side.
Weekday afternoons at 4 p.m.
Time for The Far Side with DeMarco Farr, right now on the Travis and DeMarco Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
How did we get to Larry Fishburne? Oh,
asked if
Marcus,
if you watched Blackish.
Blackish. I started watching Blackish, and I cannot stop. I think I am midway through the entire run, and I will watch that thing on a loop.
It's a good number of seasons, isn't it?
Yes, it's totally hilarious. And I know we're not the biggest Anderson fans, I guess. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. But the show is funny. Everybody else on the show is funny. But you said about Lawrence Fishburne.
He's the grandfather is deeply upsetting to me. That means I'm old.
Right.
Yeah.
It got me thinking, like, what is your number one Lawrence Fishburne movie?
Yeah, Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Furious Styles.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want a father like Furious Styles?
Yeah.
Say the line, Travis.
Give me the gun, Trey.
Give me the gun.
I love it. So the Rams have finalized their coaching staff for 2026, and this is the read between the line stuff. So when Chris goes off about certain things, who he wants fired and not, and we call him crazy. Usually you can tell what went wrong on a football team by who leaves and who comes in and what new hires they have. So, of course, the head coach is Sean McVay, no doubt, 10th year. Cliff Kingsbury moves up to assistant head coach. I like that. That means you don't coach a position, you're helping the coach. I like his offensive mind. Coaching a football team, different story.
Sure.
Setting the pace, picking up tempo, what have you. But as an offensive mind, love that. That is a great two-headed monster up there. Nate Shieldhouse, we talked about this a lot, is the offensive coordinator. I think that's great. Young dude, a lot of energy. This is what McVay looked like before we knew who McVay was. All over the place, loves ball, loves to score, and he's got a great quarterback. Dave Ragone, a guy I know. I actually coached him in Europe. He was the quarterback. I was the D coordinator. We had a blast. I was so thankful for Dave Ragone in Berlin.
He was in Germany with you.
Yes,
okay.
Because he was a leader. If we didn't have him, it's anarchy.
Did he go to the heavy metal concerts with you?
No, he was the guy that went home. You know what? So we got to go to Amsterdam, and I keep telling you guys these stories about these NFL Europe players. They don't send the good players. In every sense of the word, they don't send the good players. So we're trying to tell these dudes, and we travel by train. So as coaches, we're traveling with these American football players through these countries, and we have no idea where we're going. And we're heading to Amsterdam. And you know what's in Amsterdam. And we're trying to tell them
museums.
Heineken.
Right, all that stuff. Anyway, so the story writes themselves. But if not for Dave Ragone, total anarchy. So he is the quarterbacks and associate coordinator. So he has moved up. Rob Calabrese is the receivers coach, which is interesting. Because that means Eric Yarber, who's been here forever.
Long time.
Yeah, he's the senior offensive assistant wide receivers.
Okay.
So I think he's getting some help for, I don't know, they're splitting the job, which is really, really cool. Ryan Wendell, who I really love, a dude who I think could be a coordinator if he wanted to, but I think he's happier coaching O-line. They did the funniest thing along the O-line. They all showed up. What game was that? It was in Chicago or Seattle. One of those games. They all showed up, the O-line does, with these Hawaiian shirts. Like all 10 of them are wearing the same Hawaiian shirt because the coach wears it every day. It's so funny. It's like hilarious, but he's a great dude. He's a beard. He's super smart. I'm so glad he's here. Scott Huff, tight ends coach, tough dude. So when you talk about 13 personnel, you got to give him a lot of credit.
Sure.
He really coached that position up. Talked about Yarber. On the defensive side, running back Ron Gould still here, great coach. O-line, Zach Cromer still here, great coach. Brian Allen,
former player, center, Michigan State,
is here. I love that. And the other part is assistant wide receivers coach is
fight on, baby.
Robert
Let's go,
Woods.
Bobby Trees.
Come on,
Bobby Trees
back in the building. Yes, sir. So this is the thing with coaches. They'll tell. There's three types of players. The ones you just tell them what to do. The ones you kind of have to tell them and then show them. And then there's the ones you just show them what to do and they'll do it. So when you get a Robert Woods and you're trying to get a concept right, he can actually go out there and show you, this is what I mean, or this is how you run an end around.
Mm-hmm.
This is the cut you need to make. He is still that active and athletic. So this will help pace your young receiving core. And if you wanted to draft a new young receiver, a first rounder, this is a great guy to mentor. Oh, my God, so excited about this.
No, I'm really you just kind of going back to what we were talking about with the Lakers a second ago. He was an effort guy. He was an energy guy. He was a guy that would blow people up. He was a guy that would do all the nasty, dirty, hard things, and it just felt like every time he was involved in a play, something good was going to happen.
Yep.
Like he just brought an incredible amount of intangible things to that football team, and he was a really good player. Like usually – you're either a really good player or you're the guy that does all the scut work. He did both of those things.
Yeah, he was the thumper. It's funny sometimes, and I've seen it before. Torrey and Isaac. Sometimes one guy's numbers get sacrificed for the rise of the other.
Mm-hmm.
So Cooper Kupp's rise coincided with that. So that's just how it goes. Puka and Devontae. There's only one ball out there. Saying Chris Shula back at defensive coordinator. You guys are okay with that, right? That's just Chris hyperbole? No?
Yeah, I don't really listen to Chris when it comes to defensive.
I don't know how far that goes.
Are we taking his word for something?
Yeah, I'm good.
He wants, okay, never mind. The run game coordinator, this is a guy I love. He's an old school D-line coach. His name is Giff Smith. This is the dude I can talk to forever. He can talk about hunting. He can talk about anything, country music, and getting after quarterbacks.
Okay.
He is absolutely no
joke.
joke.
What does he hunt?
Whatever.
Quarterbacks, apparently.
Greg Williams, Jimmy Lake has moved up to passing game coordinator, which is awesome, and Chris Beek is back as the safeties coach. So a complete rehaul of the cornerback room.
No Aubrey Pleasant.
No Aubrey Pleasant.
Yeah.
So that is kind of gives you an idea of what they might do and what they're going to do in the future. They've revamped that room, and they're probably going to add some new talent.
Yeah.
Which will be awesome. I think if you do it through the draft, I still think you can draft and develop.
Yeah, you don't think they have to do it at the front end of the draft. You can do it somewhere in the middle to the back.
I would love a front end of the draft guy.
Yeah.
I'm talking free agency.
Oh, okay.
You might not have to spend those dollars chasing a corner. I think you can draft and develop and keep that guy under control, like Puka Nacua.
Sure.
You may get another one, a dude on that side of the ball that's cost controlled that gives you everything.
Tyren, another
Absolutely.
one. Yeah.
With great coaching, great motivation, a great culture, which is where you're at. So yeah, I think you can go there and save your money for where it matters most. Your QB.
As long as it gets solved, or at least made better, because the further we get away from that Super Bowl, the more that we get. And Seattle deserved it. They earned it. They were the best team over the course of the season, number one seed, et cetera, et cetera. But the margin between the Rams and the Seahawks was minuscule, and the margin was the secondary, as I see it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can get that better to go from not very good to just good enough, I think that's the difference between them having the Lombardi Trophy and not.
Well, I'm praying the economics of football breaks up that defense at some point, though, in Seattle.
They're really good.
They're
really good. But the Rams scored against that.
Yeah.
Well, you talk about the secondary and that the corners maybe being an issue there, but I think it speaks to Chris Shula that they were sort of able to paper over that for long stretches of the season because of what they were able to do scheme-wise. And so, you realized when you picked it apart that, that was probably one of the soft spots in that defense. But the fact that they got as far as they did with that, I think shows how much that defense was able to kind of hide that a little
When
bit.
the front was getting after him, the defense was better. When you couldn't cover up a soul, the defense kind of went backwards. Yeah. It's so funny. Recall to the segment before. If the Rams get beat because they can't cover someone and then I go off, we knew this. You knew that they were going to have problems covering up people. Why am I shocked now?
Yeah.
That's
well, not to go over this again, but you wouldn't be shocked that they got burned. You'd be shocked if they stopped chasing him. Well, that's the issue. It's not that they got burned; it's that they got burned and just turned around and walked back to the locker room.
Okay, yeah.
That's the point.
Okay,
yeah.
Right.
Not that they got cooked. It's
I get
it.
James
happens.
is right. James is right. There you go.
That happens.
Yes.
That happens. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just watching a baseball game from earlier today.
You
and I
guys
can't stop looking
watching you guys watch these replays is cracking me up. Is this real baseball now?
This is spring training
earlier
today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just, Marcus and I were kind of geeking out on the Game 7. They were running a Game 7 highlights.
Man.
It's just so many wild things had to go. And if one of them goes a different way, we're not talking about a three-peat.
Story.
We're talking about how do you get back to the World Series again.
How much is that card worth if one of those things goes? You haven't told us about.
We'll do it next.
We'll
do it next.
You got to hear this story.
We'll do it next. Plus, we'll go back to the Lakers and get into where do you go from here? How do you try to fix this coming forward? And it is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. We're breaking down the Lakers battle with the Celtics. What comes next as we get you ready for Lakers basketball this week. Reaction Monday is brought to you by Michelob Ultra, a superior taste worth playing for. The official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly. And I saw somebody make a lot of money this weekend. That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis. Marcus is here too, ESPN LA.
Mason in Ireland.
I'm going to do something today, just because it'll be interesting.
What? The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
I'm going into the YouTube chat.
Oh!
I'm going into the YouTube chat, and I'm going to announce that I'm in there, and let's see if these guys still shred me, Emily, and Morales to our face. Do you think they will?
They probably will.
Here's my first entry into the YouTube chat.
Uh-oh.
What's happening, players?
What's happening?
How are you spelling players?
No.
It's players.
Ireland, you are an idiot. Yes, there, right there. How about this guy? You're not ready for this, Ireland.
Would you not call them friends of the show after reading this? They're not really hammering you.
J.I., you big dummy. I kind of like it now.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
Who dresses Mason? Now they're coming for you.
What do you mean? This is the thing.
Mason in Ireland, weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube.
ESPN LA family, I'm personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand. 2026 marks 15 years that you've trusted me to represent you. When you're hurt and down, I'm honored to fight for you in personal injury cases when it matters most. Numbers don't lie. I'm the real deal. The voice you hear is a voice you get. If you've been injured in an accident, call 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, built on trust, proven by results.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen.
And ESPN LA is the new home of the Rich Eisen Show in the Southland.
Let's go to Jimmy in San Antonio, one of our favorites. What's up, Jimmy?
¿Qué pasó, hermano?
What's up?
Hey. Man, Rich, people confuse you for Ryan Gosling, but not Josh Lucas. That's horrible.
The home of the Lakers, now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, 710 ESPN, and always on the new ESPN LA app.
If you're tired of hearing scary ads about the IRS, Tax Relief Advocates wants you to know you don't have to be afraid. No matter what challenging life situation you're facing while owing 10 or even hundreds of thousands in back taxes to the IRS, we have a solution. TRA has already negotiated over $1.5 billion in taxes owed by over 180,000 struggling taxpayers since 2017, earning over 1,000 five-star Google reviews and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Generous tax debt forgiveness programs are currently available that can end your tax nightmare and may reduce or eliminate what you owe the IRS. If you're facing collections or an audit, don't lose hope. Act now to check what tax relief you may qualify for. Simply visit TRA.com or call 800-583-4890. 800-583-4890. Again, that's 800-583-4890. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is the afternoon show with DeMarco and Travis.
We're all here. We're all ready to go again. What's happening? How's your butt?
More DeMarco and Travis right now.
Why are you guys wasting that off air? I so enjoyed that conversation right
about
there.
the Dodgers.
About the whole thing.
We'll get to it in just a second here.
I love that.
Just
yes.
talking about all the things that could have gone wrong that didn't.
Man.
Go back to Game 4 at Dodger Stadium of the, what would that be, the DS.
Yep.
And if Orion Kerkering doesn't make a terrible throw on a comebacker, that game might go back to Philadelphia. And then who knows?
Who knows?
The Blue Jays had them until they didn't.
Yeah.
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 And now we're like, they ruined everything. It's like they were lucky and fortunate and took advantage of both of it at the same time.
Yep.
You got to be good, too.
All right, speaking of Ohtani. So on Saturday night, I went out to Legends Attic, our friend Oral Hershiser, Eddie Elizade, their spot there where they got all that incredible sports memorabilia. Dave Hobrick's art. We
Oh, yeah.
So,
the crew.
Right. All the guys are out there. They had a Topps Rip Night event.
Okay.
Where they were opening up a bunch of hobby boxes and doing giveaways. There was food. There was music. It was awesome. The place was packed. It had a super fun time. There was a guy there who bought one of these Topps hobby boxes. And if you're not a baseball card person, I'm going to try to explain this to you as quickly as I can. In certain boxes, they put inserts of autographed cards, might have a piece of a bat, might have a piece of a uniform, and you buy these boxes in search of these treasures, right? There are also what are called one-of-ones, where there is only one card. It's not like there's a bunch of these. There's one card. It's autographed by a certain player, and it could be anybody. It could be Landon Knack, and I'm just looking at him on TV, so I'm saying Landon Knack, right? Or it could be anybody else in Major League Baseball. And these boxes get shipped all over the country. Could go anywhere. Steve from Victorville opened up a box of these baseball cards and pulled a Shohei Ohtani one-of-one autographed card.
Oh, my God. Wow.
On the low end, this thing is valued somewhere in the hundreds of thousands.
Oh, my God.
On the low end.
I would have jacked him.
On the high end,
I feel that.
we might be talking about a 7-figure baseball card.
Wow.
If you go to Legends Attic, their Instagram feed, I think it's on my Instagram feed as well. It is, this guy loses his damn mind.
Absolutely.
He won the lottery.
I got a golden ticket.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like, holy cow. That's amazing.
Wow.
Putting your kid through college.
His wife's pregnant with their third kid.
Look, see, perfect.
So you're-
Yeah.
I would hang on to that thing for a while, right? I wouldn't sell immediately. I'd wait.
I don't know the market well enough to know whether you sell it immediately
or you
wait.
Right,
I have
no idea.
I think it's kind of like a stock.
I'll wait for Shohei to finish, right?
I think you wait and see how much better can Shohei get.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
I would wait. Yeah, let me see what happens if they three-peat.
Or it's the high water mark.
Right, or is it Bitcoin? Does it just tumble on you right now?
Security with the dude?
So there, like you said, there's always lots of security there. But DeMarco, he's handing it to me. He's handing it to my buddy Greg. He's like, you want to see?
He handed you the card?
He handed me. I'm like, dude, I don't want to touch that.
Right,
thing.
I'm not responsible. I'm not responsible for whatever happens next.
Oh my God!
I started thinking about it. It is nothing
That's
even close,
awesome.
and I'm including cars when I say this. It's the most expensive thing I've ever held in my hands.
Wow. Yeah.
Right? Like, other than a house.
Wow.
I mean, it was really cool, too. I know I'm a nerd for that stuff, but it was great.
That's amazing.
Awesome. Yeah.
Well, congrats to you, Steve.
Steve in Victorville.
They put
There's
one
of those.
thing in every box.
One special.
I mean, they're not all worth six figures.
Right.
So when whoever put that thing in the box at the card company, right?
Yeah.
They knew this thing was worth money.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You had to know where that box was going.
No, I don't think so.
I think you just box it up and it
ships
like
out.
Ships out.
It's literally the golden ticket.
This pallet goes to the East Coast. This pallet goes to
Yeah.
the Midwest. This pallet goes to the South. This pallet goes to the West Coast, and it just goes where it
is
goes.
real life Willy Wonka. You're right.
You box it up and it gets probably put. It's like I just imagine like the last scene of Raiders of the Lost Ark, right, with the crate just going into the big warehouse at the end. It's like. It's just the box, and it gets shipped off somewhere. That's it.
Laura, you got to hold it, didn't you?
So okay, no, I saw him, and Steve was really, really nice. His entire family was really nice. I said, "Can I see it?" He's like, "You can hold it." I said, "No, I'm okay." He's like, "No, you can hold it." I think Christian held it.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Oh no, this is."
I wouldn't let anybody touch that.
I wouldn't.
Anybody.
That's what I told him. I said, "You are too trusting."
Yeah.
Listen, great people at Legends Attic. I'm not trying to say anything crazy, but that's potentially 7 figures.
You know how to properly recover a fumble, knees to chest.
Yeah. Throw up that ball.
I would just be sitting there on the ground like that.
Yeah.
Come get it.
We
Yes.
were going through. We opened another box together.
Mm-hmm.
I did a little interview. I'm going to put it on my Instagram and on my podcast a little bit later on. And he's like, "You want to open another box?" I'm like, "Well, sure. Let's see what's in this one."
I mean, nothing's going to top that, though, right?
We're going through it, and the next thing was Bubba Chandler, who pitches for the Pittsburgh Pirates, a prospect, nice young player, rookie card, and had a little piece of his jersey.
Poor Bubba.
That's the other things that are in there.
Right.
No disrespect to Bubba, but a one-of-one Ohtani in that situation just blew me
I mean, everything
away.
else is going to be a letdown after that, I think.
It has to be the most valuable thing in the whole run, I would
run.
think.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
What else could be? Wow, that's
You would've
awesome.
jacked him.
Of course, if you're handing the card out, I mean, you didn't think about it for a half second.
I'm not even
Ocean's
kidding.
11 and pop in your head.
My first thought was, I don't want to touch it because I don't want to bend it.
Ruin
I don't
it.
want
Right.
to tweak it. And I don't want to have it slip. You just hold it. I'll just stand over here and do
Yeah,
it.
imagine you
Yeah.
drop it or something happens to you and you're the one that makes that
Man.
fumble. Nah,
Yes.
man, I'm good.
You knock,
Thank
over,
you
you
to
knock over the
Shohei.
soda. and
Oh,
it
my
just,
gosh.
Yeah, no, I'm
You
good.
have to put a picture of Shohei in your house if you're that guy.
Well, we were talking about that maybe they named
Yeah.
the baby, like the middle name is Shohei.
Shohei, yeah.
Something like that.
Something.
Yeah.
Remember the 3 pictures? You get Jesus, Malcolm X, and you got to put
gotta put Shohei- put Shohei up there?
Absolutely, change your life.
We were talking to him, right, Trav, about how he was gonna grade it and how he's like, I'm not shipping that. Like,
So there's a whole process
it's a
where
whole
you
thing.
you send these things out to be graded, right? So the company grades them and says this is a 10 out of 10.
You
and
got
all
to
these things.
send it?
Well, typically you send it, but this is one you're probably walking in with it chained to your wrist like a nuclear
You think?
football.
I'll fly with it. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
my God.
President of the United States. All right, let's talk about the Lakers and the Celtics last night. They get blown out, and
You got your
we're
butts
running
kicked.
out of time. And is it just that it's not going to happen? And by not going to happen, I mean that, hey, it's trending in the right direction. They're starting to figure things out defensively. They're starting to figure out those offensive rotations. Or is this just the team they have that some nights they're going to look pretty darn dangerous, but other nights they're going to look pretty darn lousy like they did last night?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just who this team is. I think they are obviously they're a playoff team. That's fine. But I think they're kind of middling, right? And I just think in the end, the defensive end is what's going to end up killing this team, right? There will be nights that they score. You know,
Definitely.
Luka's going to be Luka more often than not, right? LeBron can still give you a lot. Austin Reeves can still give you quite a bit offensively, but we saw it last year in the playoffs. They couldn't get stops when they needed to, and I think we've seen it at times this season. They can't get stops, and in the playoffs, over the course of an extended series, that really shows itself more often than not, and that's going to be the problem.
That what they're not good at becomes more exploitable the more you play them.
Yeah.
And once you get into that series where you're going to get to play them every other night, and you know that they can't stop X, Y, and Z, well, you're just going to feed them nothing but X, Y, and Z.
You know what scares me? What I keep thinking about, like last night with Reeves and Pritchard, making that happen 3 nights in a row to where he's just exposed. They get to the same look, the same rotation, and get the same matchup, and you can't stop it. I mean, that would be demoralizing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Not just to lose a game, to lose a series, because the same thing happens over and over and over, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that's what scares me.
Yeah, their counterpunch, I guess, if is to just try to outscore you, and I'm not seeing that. That's the part that I keep coming back to. It's that I don't expect them to turn into an incredible defensive. They're not going to turn into Oklahoma City defensively because they come up with a new scheme or a new defensive, this, that, or the next thing. But I thought that, hey, look, 7-game series, 4 times can they score 135 points? Probably not, but maybe. but maybe, right? And the maybe feels like it's left the building after seeing what I've seen with these 3 guys together. I know it hasn't been a lot, but it's not one of those, ooh, that's awesome. More of that. It's, hey, why isn't that working?
Yeah, and I think that's kind of where they're going to be. And, I still come back to you still need more from your complementary pieces as well, right? Like your big 3 are going to be okay. Who's that guy that can come off the bench and give you an offensive spark every once in a while, right? I mean, Jackson Hayes, you mentioned, is kind of an energy guy, but you're not counting on him to score. Can you occasionally get the 20-point game from Rui? Where are you getting that? And I think that's something that's sort of missing right now. It's just who's that random 4th or 5th guy that's going to show up to kind of complement and supplement what you have going on from your other 3?
I certainly don't expect Jackson Hayes to dunk. Just kidding.
He had a bad day. The dunk contest wasn't his forte.
Jackson Hayes does a good job in the pick and roll game with Luka Doncic. But
he does.
To answer your question, Marcus, it's supposed to be Luke Kennard. That's the reason why they are.
He doesn't even get shots.
Exactly. He doesn't get enough shots up. He only had 4 shot attempts last night. And it's still, I get it, everyone has the numbers where he shoots really, really efficient, which he does. But it's not enough to where you're making a significant impact when you come in the game. And that's due to the scouting report that other teams do, is that they know when they close out, they're not going to let them get a shot attempt up. But that just goes into the lineups and the situations where I do feel like J.J. Redick is still trying to figure out, because this is the first time in a long time where this team is actually healthy as a whole. And it just comes into, like, the offense does get stagnant at one point where we're watching Luka Doncic go one-on-one and looking to get fouled. And Austin Reeves is looking to go one-on-one. Lakers try to do mismatches, and they ran into a Boston Celtics team where there is no mismatch on that team. Everyone can defend the ball relatively well. That's credit to Joe Mazzulla and their system.
And if they're not getting whistles, forget it.
Luka Doncic only has 6 free throw attempts.
Yeah.
He averages 10 for the season.
That's a huge part of their offense, is getting to the foul line, in particular for Luka and for Reeves. And when they're not getting those calls, and then add on top of the fact that they're bitching about it the whole time and they're picking up tees about during the whole time, it's like, am I just an old man where, like, the constant belly aching at the referees? And I know that they're not exclusive to that, but they seem to be. Maybe I just watch them much more than I watch everybody else, but my God, do they complain a lot.
I've never watched, like, Euro basketball. Have you guys watched a lot of European basketball?
I cannot say that I have, no.
Okay, so are the calls different?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they are different. The physicality is a little more different in Europe.
Less physicality?
More physical.
Physicality?
They're a lot more physical. They allow them to play a little more as far as how their whistle is as far as an NBA. And also the whole, like, it's different type of rules and settings just for how Euro basketball
Maybe that's it. It seems like it just doesn't fit. Like, he thinks everything's a foul.
Yeah, but it's not just him. It's Austin Reeves is from Arkansas.
I feel like Reeves has gotten more vocal in the last year or two.
Well, he picked up a tee because Marcus Smart got fouled.
If
and then he didn't like the call.
If it gets me to the line, I'd do it too. But I'm just wondering with Luka.
Didn't work yesterday.
No, not at all. No.
But they can't allow that to dictate their defense. And that's another thing is, like, I get it that the refs were – we all understand the refs were not good last night in that game on both ends of the floor, however you want to see it. but they allowed that to dictate what they need to get done. They can't afford to not get back on defense. It's going to bite them, and it did. It cost them throughout that whole entire game.
Have you guys ever seen a call where a guy stuck his hand through the basket and it wasn't called goaltending?
I know they missed that.
No,
yeah.
Usually it's
It's
bang bang.
just easy.
It's like
easy.
that's an easy one.
That's easy.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
That's an easy one. Nah, we're not. Didn't touch the ball. Who gives a damn? I mean, it's yeah, it either is or it isn't. All right. Talk a little Dodgers. I'm looking at it right now and looking at them, what they're putting out there relative to what's going on down the street and what their owner said about winning. I just can't. We'll get into it next. It's DeMarco and Travis. Marcus Grant's here as well. ESPN LA.
Hey, you can tune in to DeMarco and Travis all week long for your chance to win a pair of tickets to Pechanga Resort Casino's annual wine festival. So if you love the grape, here it is. The Wine Festival and Chocolate Decadence on Saturday, March 7th. I cannot wait, especially for the chocolate decadence part. I just love that word, chocolate decadence. Yeah, but Saturday, March 7th, when you hear the cue to call, get ready to sweet talk us. You're going to sweet talk me and Travis, and if you're good, we'll give you tickets to the Wine Festival and Chocolate Decadence. Saturday, March 7th. Visit Pechanga.com for tickets and details. Cheers.
It was a night to remember at the Coliseum.
Yeah, they're booing Lionel Messi here. This is an LAFC crowd. This is Los Angeles, baby.
The black and gold made a statement. 3 goals, 0 doubts.
Oh, what a goal!
LAFC shuts down Messi and Inter Miami 3-0.
And Inter Miami, look, Messi with a Y tonight.
Now it's on to leg 2 of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. LAFC look to finish off Real España tomorrow night. Coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Tax season is officially here, and before you blow it all on gadgets or golf clubs, let me throw out a smarter play. VisionWorks. If it's been a minute since your last eye exam, this is the perfect time to invest in something that actually matters, your vision. VisionWorks has eye exams, stylish frames, and trusted doctors to make sure your eyes are always game ready. You got that refund for a reason, so put it to some good use. There are 7 VisionWorks locations in the OC, Santa Ana, Fullerton, Brea, Rancho Santa Margarita, Buena Park, Lake Forest, and Laguna Niguel. VisionWorks, see the difference.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
I haven't had a blueberry pancake in a while, but they're pretty delicious.
I haven't had a pancake in like 10 years.
Yeah, I don't mind a blueberry pancake. I could be in for something like that.
Too sweet. I don't need that.
I saw somebody recently have a blueberry pizza, and I was like, nah,
What?
I don't think I want that.
Blueberries are
pizza.
very good for you, though. If you eat more blueberry, you'll get rid of all that visceral fat you got.
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers.
Right.
Just I.
Right.
All right.
Right. It was cool.
By the way, I think that's the first time I ever said I.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis rolls on.
Did I get it out in one piece?
Maybe.
Did I
Yeah,
survive?
You did good. You did good.
Back to the guys.
Do you guys generally agree with my theory that you cannot overcome a bad owner? That occasionally you might, the stars might align, you might get a good team once in a while, but if you're going to be successful, the owner has to have a pretty good idea what's going on.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
100%.
Poop rolls downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes you can get around it. You get the right group of dudes, and it happens. But for the most part, in the long, yes, definitely.
All right. So with that in mind, let me read you a quote from Marty Moreno.
Already.
The number one things fans want is affordability. They want affordability. They want safety, and they want a good experience when they come to the ballpark. Believe it or not, winning is not in their top 5, close quote. To give you a little context, he was talking about a survey that they have given to their fans, and that was his response to that winning is not in their top 5. He has since tried to clean this up and saying winning is his top priority, et cetera, et cetera. But when you hear the owner of a team that you might root for say that my fans don't even care if we win or not, that winning is not a top 5 priority, what's your response?
Poor guy. Not the worst I've heard from ownership once, but just crazy to put out there. For him to say that is insane. But I was just thinking, right? If you're taking your kid to a game, did I really care if my team won or lost? When I
was a kid, I did. I cared.
I did too.
The kid does. I'm talking about me taking my kid to the ballpark, to the stadium, to whatever. Like, when is winning and losing on my mind? It depends. I guess it depends on the game.
Yeah, no, I went to one of those games this year when the Astros came to town and the Dodgers got thumped. I was not happy about that. Not happy about it at all. I mean, look, I understand the affordability part of it, right?
Sure.
Especially if you have a family. Like, that part is important. But you also said, people want to have a good time at the ballpark. You know when I have a good time at the ballpark? When my team wins.
Good players on the field.
That's fun. I like that. Yes, affordability is important, especially if you have a family. You want to take your kids and stuff out there. Like, that's a big part of it. But if I'm out of town, right? If I'm just in another city, I was in Chicago. I went to a Cubs-Giants game. I don't care about either of those teams. I don't care who wins or loses that game. But if I'm a paying fan, if I'm an Angels fan, I want to see the Angels succeed. I'm not giving you my money just to hang out at the ballpark.
Well, presumably, this was a survey given to Angel fans.
Yeah.
This is a survey that when there were follow-up questions, nobody could provide the survey or say what the questions were. But that's another issue in and of itself.
Called out of your rear.
Yeah. I think he got caught. Right? Yeah. I think it's like, this is not my priority. I know he tried to double back and fix it, but we believe you.
Yeah.
We've seen what you've put out on the field.
Clears up the last decade or so.
Exactly. But I just keep coming back to this. If you're a fan of that team, and especially, and maybe it's unfair to compare anybody to the Dodgers and how they go about it, but when they're 40 miles up the road or whatever it is, and you see that one team is investing in their on-field product the way that the Dodgers are, the other team, and getting the results that they're getting, in large part because they took your best guy and just plugged him into a team that works as a team, and this thing just continues to get staler and rottener and whatever the other words are.
I can smell it. There's Dodger hate in that whole statement. Yeah.
But it's just, why would you ever speak that out loud, that winning is not a top priority? Winning is affordability, I think, is the only thing that you could sell above that. We're going to make sure that you can come to the ballpark and have a great time and see a great baseball team that wins a lot of games.
When you go to the Dodgers, is it expensive?
Very.
Yes.
Okay, affordability out the window.
Yeah.
Sometimes can it be a little unsafe?
Not recently, but I understand the point.
Depends. Okay, you see where he's going with this thing. You know, it's not about.
Yeah, that part definitely felt like a shot at Dodger Stadium.
Of course it was. I mean,
but does he sway anybody? Does that win you one person?
No. There might be a lot of people that agree with him. If you keep giving him a affordable, safe product where I can bring my family and it's easy to park, there's people he's talking to.
I mean, I guess, but it's not like
for you. It seems
it's
wild.
Like,
you're in Dodgerland. It's all go, no stop.
I would buy that more if the Angels the Angels were a hard ticket to come by. Like, the Angels are not a hard ticket to come by. Like, the Savannah Bananas, I think, were there this past year.
They
right?
sold the place out.
Sold the place out. I read somewhere that Bananas tickets were more expensive than Angels Yankees tickets. You know,
Dang.
like that speaks a lot to how people feel about.
Tell me you hate that. I know you hate that.
And I mean, we're talking about the Yankees coming in.
This
too.
is just capitalism. Like, do I like the Savannah Bananas as an entertainment product? It's not for me.
Right.
Okay, but I didn't buy any of the tickets. That doesn't mean somebody else doesn't want to buy them.
Right.
But I mean, like, you talk about like the Yankees, like the legacy brand doesn't fetch you the same price as the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. You know,
crazy.
like, it's what it is.
Right.
The new director of the MLB Players Association, Bruce Meyer, said, "quote Let's just say players took notice of it."
I mean,
you're telling your potential future employees, we're not really that worried about winning games here.
What was his walk back? What did he say?
Well, that winning is one of his top priorities.
Oh, okay. All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
just another bad look for Artie.
Well, they had the whole thing with the AC, right? Where what you say, Kikuchi complained that the air conditioner didn't work in the
weight room.
The weight room, in which Artie Moreno said, "No, that's not true." And then like they very quietly put an ad on like a classified ad
for a technician
for an HVAC technician.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
I thought you were going to get ACs for closers.
Yeah. Just sweating them out. You'll get AC when we're over 500. Until then, sweat your butt off.
AC off.
You got the Dodger game on in here as well. And, we were talking during crosstalk about if you had to place a bet right now, do you take the Dodgers or do you take the field? And while the Dodgers are clearly the favorites, and if you said, do you want the Dodgers or the Phillies, the Yankees, the Mets, and the Braves, just to pick some good teams, I'd probably pick the Dodgers. But if you said you can have everybody, and it's just based on math.
Yeah.
It just feels like a better math bet, not necessarily a better baseball
Mark,
bet.
I think that's his Dodger guilt.
No, I mean, like, I kind of get with him on that, too, because I think I saw somewhere, like, the Dodgers are like a 28% chance to win the World Series. So that means the
That's
field
insanely high.
That's
good.
But it's still 1 out of 4.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the field has a 72% chance
Right.
to win, the World Series. Because you just never know over that long of a season and just the little quirks of the playoffs. What
if you
could
never
happen?
get hurt, and they all do, you're starting pitchers.
Yep.
But what if you don't? What if you're remarkably healthy? What if Mookie comes back and he's Mookie, and Freddie's still Freddie, and Ohtani's still Ohtani?
Then they win 3 in a row.
Yeah. Yeah.
They win 3 in a row.
What you couldn't find with any consistency last year, what if they get right all of a sudden?
Well, if they are firing at anything near full capacity, then they're going to win the World Series.
Right.
But keep in mind, this is what we were talking about during the break. They were a throwing error away from a Phillies pitcher from maybe having to go back to Philadelphia in a winner-take-all situation. Who knows what happens next? They dodged that bullet. They won that game. They go into the World Series against a team, against Toronto, that I think most people thought they were going to have a pretty – this was their toughest opponent was the Phillies.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't going to be the Blue Jays. And they were down 3-2 going back to Toronto. They needed a walk-off 18th-inning home run. They needed Will Klein to throw 4 shutout innings. They needed Clayton Kershaw to wiggle off the hook in a way that he typically had not done. They needed a double play because a guy made a base running error. They needed Will Smith to get back on the bag or back on the plate by the length of a cleat. They needed Miguel Rojas to hit a home run after Max Muncy hit a home run to let Will Smith hit it. Any of these things go the other way, and they don't win the World Series.
Right.
That's how hard it is to win.
Which has sort of been my argument. Yeah, not again as a Dodger fan, I don't care that they're spending money and winning games and winning World Series. But for all those folks who moaned that the Dodgers have ruined baseball, I was like, they were so close to not winning. I mean, that baseball went a quarter century between back-to-back champions, and that this is the same Dodger franchise that spent in a big way and vomited on their shoes in the first round against the Diamondbacks and the Padres in back-to-back years. So, now that all of a sudden they have somehow figured it out and gotten over the hump, they haven't ruined baseball. They just won. They just actually got it done.
Okay, question for you. Say what you said about Pages. And not to bring off-air stuff to air, but go ahead.
Andy Pages is a very solid major league player. I think he hit 27 home runs last year. That's just really good. He's got a great arm.
Would be famous.
He is clearly the weakest link in their lineup.
Okay.
And that's where it gets to the point where, maybe it's Teoscar Hernandez. You can make a case, but if that's the worst guy on your team, that's a pretty silly
Marcus,
team.
Maybe saying you broke baseball is the wrong thing to say, but if a average major leaguer is the worst player on your team, how does that seem fair?
Well, also, if we're going to do this, let's talk about the Red Sox basically giving away one of the best players in baseball to the Dodgers
because they didn't want to pay him.
They didn't want to pay him, right? Let's talk about the Braves deciding they were going to go with Matt Olson over Freddie Freeman and just letting Freddie Freeman walk. Major League Baseball let Blake Snell just sit for a while before anybody made him an offer. So, the Dodgers have a lot of money and they spent it well, but it also has taken a lot of missteps from a lot of other teams just leaving talent to just hang around there And the Dodgers said, hey, come on over. We'll make it work. We'll make it happen.
And the other thing that they're better at is making sure that when stuff does go wrong, and it always does, that there's a plan B, C, D, E, and F.
Yeah.
That if Roki Sasaki comes and needs time to develop, fine, throw him in the minor leagues for half the season. Doesn't matter. If all of a sudden Blake Snell can't pitch for 4 months, that's fine. We'll put Landon Knack out there, or we'll put Evan Sheehan out there, or Justin Robleski out there. Gavin Stone was the best pitcher on the Dodgers 2 years ago. Didn't throw a pitch last year. Fine, we'll just keep it moving. They backload with a lot of really good players, but they constantly have this influx of guys. They have an entire second rotation that would be maybe not elite, but would be a very if your rotation was Landon Knack, Emmett Sheehan, Justin Robleski, River Ryan, Kyle Hurt, and these guys. That's a major league rotation. None of those guys have a spot in the Dodger. None of them. They're going to pitch out of the bullpen if they pitch in the big leagues at all. That's not because they're spending more money. It's because they're drafting really well and they spend a lot of money. No, they didn't break a rule. They're not doing anything different. Now, the deferred thing is a little trickier because not everybody just has the cold hard cash to say, we'll catch you in 20 years, but it's not against the rules.
Not against the rules. And even that money is going into like an escrow account too. It's like, like they're only giving Shohei $2 million a year, air quotes or whatever. But like that money is being put away, allocated right now. It's not like, they're not just sitting on this money and all of a sudden they got to write him one big lump sum check, down the road.
That's what the card guy should have done. Put it in an escrow account somewhere. Just kidding. Lock that thing up.
Good old Steve from Victorville.
Yeah,
I mean, that guy changed his life.
Are we out of that? Oh, I was going to ask you about Roki later. I'll save it.
No, hit me.
No, just later on. I'll ask both of you about Roki Sasaki and what should we expect. Like, I love when these dudes, they show up and they look like kids, and the next time you see them, they look completely different. Like, what are you expecting this
He grew
year?
up fast. We'll talk about Roki coming up. We got a little tip or no tip coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
I minored in interpretive dance.
At Bowling Green?
At Bowling Green.
Did you really?
No. Was there some part of you that believed that? Wait a minute. Was there some part of you that believed that?
Here's why.
Okay.
As John Ireland would say, and here's why.
Yeah.
You were a pop culture major.
Pop culture major.
When you
with
were
a minor in interpretive dance.
I was going to say, when you are a pop culture major, similar to how I was a theater major for a little while, when you choose that type of, some would say, useless major, at that point, the minor is just gravy. Like, you might as well do interpretive dance as your minor.
I don't even think I had a minor. I had a major. I don't think I had a minor. Bowling Green, by the way, has a college of pop culture.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube.
Change is in the air at LAX. Los Angeles International Airport's automated people mover trains are rolling soon as part of LAX's ongoing investments in improving your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all terminals. The new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, and economy parking in 10 minutes or less. Departing every 2 minutes, they'll help approximately 30 million passengers per year. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
Robert was in big trouble with the IRS.
Yes, I owed them a lot of money, over $52,000.
Then he heard about civic tax relief.
They took great care of me. It went really quick. $52,000 that I owed, and they had a payoff for $100, and the IRS accepted it. Man.
Off the hook for just $100?
Civic tax relief will take care of you. Give them a call.
Call Civic Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation. 800-881-4555. 800-881-4555. Individual results may vary. Visit civictaxrelief.com for more information.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show. 4 o'clock in the Southland. You know what that means. Time for Tip or No Tip. Tip or No Tip. With producer Laura. Tip or No Tip time. Take it away, producer Laura.
Thanks, Chris. All right, guys. I knew this one was going to get DeMarco because he's a big fight guy. So Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao have officially agreed to a rematch more than a decade later from their massive showdown. If you remember, that went down back in 2015. So this fight is set to happen Saturday, September 19th.
In September.
Yes, at the Sphere in Las Vegas. And it will be streamed live globally on Netflix. So, DeMarco, I'll go to you first. I'll go to you first. Tip or no tip, brilliant idea. This is the fight fans deserve.
Oh, no tip. No, we deserve good fights with young fighters that, are on the rise. We shouldn't be seeing like 50-something, old guys getting in the ring. I want to see it because I don't think this rivalry is done. And I'm over this whole thing about caring about athletes now. I am. Like, if you want to do power slap, go ahead. If you want to do that game where those two guys run into each other, Run Nation.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Go ahead. Go ahead. If you want to fight in your 50s, I'm all in. Especially these dudes. I hope it ends in a knockout to make it definitive.
Bro.
It won't.
There's too many.
It won't.
Manny could knock him out. That's the thing. There's also that could happen. He could tag Floyd, and Floyd goes out for the first time ever, which is what they're going to sell. Floyd's selling his chin at this point. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Manny tags him, knocks him out, he wins the rivalry.
Marcus?
No tip. I want better for us as a nation. I do. We deserve better than this, right? Especially because the last few like marquee sell these as event kind of fights, right? We had what? Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. We had Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua.
We got nothing.
Because I would say the first time Pacquiao and Mayweather fought was probably 10 years too late. Like it was well after their primes, right? Like well after the nation wanted to see it is when we saw it. So now,
and it wasn't a very good fight.
It wasn't a very good fight.
I loved it.
So now these guys are that much older.
Yeah.
And they're gonna like.
Did you see Liddell?
We deserve better than this.
Did you see Liddell and Tito Ortiz fight? Their fourth fight when he knocked out an old Chuck Liddell.
I don't think I saw.
I saw that too.
Yeah. You're the customer for this.
You really are.
Yeah, I'm with Marcus. No tip. Floyd Mayweather turns 50 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday.
Okay.
Floyd.
Manny Pacquiao, by the time they fight, will be 48 years old.
That's what I'm saying.
If you want to give your $99.99 to whoever will be promoting this, knock yourself out. You're not getting mine. The reason that they keep giving us the garbage that Marcus just described is because we keep paying for it.
Well, and here's the thing: it's on Netflix. So, like, you already have a Netflix subscription. Like, it's not like you're paying for a pay-per-view.
But what are we trying to see? You know what I mean? Like, I bet you
they're both still in shape.
People-
Manny's still fighting.
People are gonna watch it because they hate Floyd. People will watch to see if Floyd gets the same reason they watch the Jake Paul fights because people don't like Jake Paul and they just want to see him get knocked out, and that's why.
That's it. And it's still not over between the two of them.
And let's not forget that we also announced recently that Floyd Mayweather was going to fight Mike Tyson on an exhibition match in April.
Did Floyd go broke and we didn't hear about it?
He's suing Showtime for like $300 million.
Apparently he went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Apparently. Who could have seen that coming?
Right? Who knew?
Yeah, I mean, stop the presses. The money was not going to last forever.
I wonder what Netflix is going to pay him for this fight. Because there's going to be people like me that want to see this again.
The thing is,
a lot of people.
Back to Marcus's point, though, a lot of us already, like if we go around the room, raise of hands, who has Netflix already? You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I mean.
All of us.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're getting additional subscribers. I mean, I could be 100% wrong on that, but my thing is, that's not something that I'm like, ooh, I got to mark my calendar for that.
It's an interesting point. You're right. That I don't know if that would drive new customers, but it's not even driving existing customers in my circumstance. Like, if I'm home on a Friday night and it's on, or Saturday, whenever it's going to be, and it's on, maybe, but
I think that's what they're banking on.
But I couldn't tell you how little I would go out of my way to watch it.
I think that's what they're banking on.
Yeah.
You may turn it on.
I also think because this one doesn't have the same kind of sizzle, for lack of a better term, right? Like, I remember, the Paul Tyson fight. I actually was at Cosm that night. I was there for like a random basketball game. It was like Cosm was new. We want to just check it out, see what it was. So we was there for a random basketball game. But then, like, me and my friends and several other people, we all had our phones out Because there was just this whole morbid curiosity about Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul.
Right.
I don't know that there's that same curiosity about Mayweather-Pacquiao.
This is just the main event, which will sell. They're going to probably stack the undercard.
Oh, there'll be undercards.
That's what I'm saying. With something hot, fresh, and it may be a Ryan Garcia fight. So he may be the savior of boxing in this country.
Did any of you guys watch the skyscraper climb? The guy that
not as it was happening, but I know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, because I feel like that's sort of the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Where there's like people watched it. I mean, because we're all sickos, right? Like the whole what if he falls? Like that was kind of the draw, but it wasn't a thing where
so glad
I planned. And look, I mean, I understand the how we watch TV, right? Like for better or worse, it wasn't a thing I planned my evening around. But I clicked in for a few minutes, and then after a while he's climbing, I'm like, nothing's happening. This is kind of dull, and I went watch the movie or something.
I thought that was my inner Dexter. I'm so glad he said that.
No, look,
what if he falls?
Car racing all over again.
It is.
Stop,
yeah,
man.
It is.
Come on.
What's next, Laura?
Oh man, I just saw myself on the YouTube. I look dead. All right. So,
you look dead?
I look so bad. But that's not the tip or no tip.
Oh.
All right. So this,
No tip.
No. I saw this come across my threads. I love threads because they always give you some random stuff. And this customer told their server, so literally tip or no tip, this customer told the server, hey, round up my bill to $70. The employer came back so they could sign it, right? It says total $70. So the person posted a receipt and it says, I don't want to say the word, but essentially screwed. And because the employee gave them a 25% discount so they can get an additional $13 for their tip. Does that make sense? They gave them, so they gave them a discount on the food.
Okay.
And the total was 70. So no matter what, you were going to pay 70.
Okay.
But they gave them 13, so they just added that discount to their tip.
Okay.
So the person's like, hey, I got screwed because they're charging me more. And everyone's like, no, that's not how math works. He told them to round it up to 70. Whatever, it doesn't matter whether they gave themselves a discount or not, right? So tip or no tip, you would be mad if the server gave themselves an extra tip by getting a discount.
Tip. If that's what happened, if the server got an extra tip on me, then I would be upset.
But they didn't.
They didn't?
No, I don't think you guys get the math.
No tip. I mean, look, if I say I want to pay $70 and the thing comes out to $70, I don't really care how you allocate it. Do whatever you want. Like, no tip. Like, it's fine. Like, if you want to give it, and I'm fine with servers getting extra tips, right? Like, you worked hard, whatever. Like, I asked for it to be $70. If it's $70, do what you like.
Yeah, I don't. Did you get the scenario?
Now I think I understand. So you said just round it to 70.
Yes.
I'm paying you 70. You take your tip out of that.
So yeah. So the bill was supposed to be whatever. Just hey, round it up to 70. Whatever. I don't want to do the math. Just round it up to 70.
Okay.
And then when you got the thing to sign, because you have to sign it, they saw that the employer gave them 25% discount on
discounted
the bill.
the food and then just added
the
so then they added extra tip to make it $70.
So instead of getting a $12
now I got it.
you
Now
get
I
it?
got- yeah, now I do.
So instead of getting a $12 tip, they got a $25 tip.
I'm spending $70. I don't care
I
how
don't
you
care.
want to
I
chop
don't
it
care what
up.
you wanna do. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do whatever
Did
you
I
want.
hit my budget for this meal?
Right.
Good.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So the customer was complaining online, like, hey, I got screwed. And everyone's like, no, I don't think you understand how
I'm
math
going to
works.
change this a little bit. What is your goal by going online and complaining
about
that?
that.
What are you trying to get done at that
To
point?
make a radio show?
Like,
I don't even know the person's name. I don't care.
I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
make sense. They can't add or subtract or do percentages. So like I don't
know.
understand like what is the I had a bad experience
You
at
needed
this
to get it
Chili's. Who cares? I don't care. Don't go back to Chili's. Why are you telling me? What do I care?
You know what I think it is?
My bloomin' onion was cold, and I don't give a damn. Stop burdening me with your bad service
I'll
or
be
your
your
great
outlet. Come
service.
on. Yes.
I don't understand.
I love
couldn't
the
make it to the
voice, so
punching bag.
I need more of that. But I think people want validation
Oh.
for whatever
From
they
who?
from the internet.
From
Well,
you.
Yeah, well,
exactly. Who
But I
cares?
feel like that's not going to go the way they think it's going to go.
No,
I
it
know.
didn't at all. They thought people were going to have sympathy for them, and it did not happen.
Some internet person's on my side.
Like-
Check me out.
That's
I
all I
knew
need.
I was right.
I gave you
all I
I gave
need.
I gave you the
What?
$70, man. Like, it's yours to do with as you please at
go.
that point. Like,
I'm with you.
I hit the price point I was looking for. Whatever happens after that,
I'm out. That's it.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm like, you do not know how to do math.
As long as I'm
Clearly.
not out a few more bucks.
Yeah, no,
right?
tip your
I'm good.
servers
Thank you.
generously
Okay.
and freely, and however the restaurant wants to chop it up, dude,
right.
let
That's
them
on
do
them.
their thing.
That's
Exactly
on them.
right.
That
And
sounds
your
like a
Uber
you
drivers
problem.
too, man.
Yeah, tip your Uber, all of them,
DoorDash.
all of them for sure. Join Sedano and Cap live this Friday at Vision Works in Fullerton from 7 to 10 a.m. Come hang out with Sedano and Cap morning show crew for a chance to win upcoming basketball tickets, score exclusive Sedano and Cap tees, and take advantage of 60% off a complete pair of glasses at Vision Works. It's all happening this Friday in Fullerton. We will see you there. All right. We're going to get a little sweet talking here. Laura, is that what we're doing here?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So, DeMarco,
This
you got
better
something
be-
to read for
This
us.
better be good. I do?
All right. Yeah. You do.
I do?
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, go ahead. Hold
All
on.
right. You want to win a pair of tickets to Pachanga Resort Casino's annual wine festival and chocolate decadence on Saturday, March 7th. Call 213-799-0139 right now and get in line for your chance to win. You've only got 20 seconds to sweet talk DeMarco and Travis and Marcus in there. Be smooth, confident, funny, whatever it takes to pour on the charm and score your way into a night of chocolate and wine. That's 213-799-0139, or you can visit pachanga.com for tickets and details.
Good luck. You see Travis?
Yeah. Don't make it stupid. You're not going to some rando internet person. You got to come into our house and make it happen.
God. Wine and chocolate. All you got to do is make him love you.
There you go. Well, that's not hard.
Good
That's
luck.
not hard. It's coming up next. DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen.
And ESPN LA is the new home of the Rich Eisen Show in the Southland.
Let's go to Jimmy in San Antonio, one of our favorites. What's up, Jimmy?
¿Qué pasó, hermano?
What's up? Hey.
Man, Rich, people confuse you for Ryan Gosling, but not Josh Lucas. That's horrible.
The home of the Lakers. Now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, 710 ESPN. And always on the new ESPN LA app.
Vista Paint is California's original paint company and has been serving pros and homeowners since 1956. Our paints are formulated for lasting performance, beautiful finishes, and made to withstand the weather. Vista Paint, locally made, expertly crafted, always reliable.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Time is valuable. That's why Lowe's Blueprint Takeoffs turn blueprints into quotes faster. Bring us your plans, and we'll generate itemized material lists to make quoting easier so you can get back to building. Plus, at the Lowe's Pro Desk, you get access to thousands of building materials not sold in store. And when your order's ready, we'll deliver everything to the job site. Improving is easy at Lowe's.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
This is the afternoon show with DeMarco and Travis.
I love a good fruity cocktail.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You look like a fruity cocktail guy.
I will have one.
DeMarco and Travis is on right now.
All right, if you want to win these tickets to Pachanga Resort Casino, the annual wine festival and chocolate decadence, Saturday, March 7th. Tell me about who said that. Was that you or him?
That was me.
That was Travis.
That sounded like you.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Bass in there. Anyway,
Sure.
You have to call this number right now, 213-799-0139. 0139. Call right now. Get in line for your chance to win. You got to keep it clean, 20 seconds or less, right?
20 seconds max.
Okay,
Yep.
she's got a clock. And why are you so fired up about cutting people off at 20 seconds? What if they're on a roll?
No, I need you to be quick and concise, bruh.
We're being sweet talk. What if we like it? That's what I'm saying. Hold on. Hold
Keep
that
it going.
clock. Yeah, you can sweet talk your way to winning tickets. You have to convince us that you deserve a night of chocolate and wine. You know,
who doesn't?
That's what
Right?
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would love to hear this. And when time's up, we cut you off. So like I said, this will be fun. Have some fun with it. Do we have somebody on the line?
Yeah,
I think we do.
Let's do the first one here. Let's go to Omar in Gardena. Omar, sweet talk to Marco and me and Marcus, and you might have a chance to win some tickets to a chocolate and wine festival at Pechanga.
Hey, fellas. First of all, this is weird, but I'm newly divorced, and I just want to get into a position where I can enjoy some chocolate and wine, and maybe we can just get a little tipsy and just enjoy the weekend away.
He
It's a good start.
Threw in the divorce line.
That's, hey, look, he's
Talking
going.
about
man, you gotta-
That's
you
a
gotta-
tough moment.
Yeah, man.
I just want to let you don't have to make it weird. You could be like, yo, I want to take my girl out for some wine.
But
Like,
that's
don't
the
make
way-
it
that's the way he
weird.
went.
All right,
Well,
Omar,
but he didn't have a girl. Like he just
He
newly
can buy one.
divorced.
That's
looking
not
for
hard.
one.
I took that as a shot. See, so no, he's out.
Okay, well, hold on a second. Let's
Hold
wait.
on.
Let's go to Brea next, and Eric. Eric, what did you have in mind?
Hey, how you doing? Just wanted to call to give the pity treatment. Maybe you guys give me the tickets. I'm a Angels baseball fan, UCLA football fan. Yeah, I got it rough over here. So maybe you guys feel a little sorry for me. Send the tickets this way. I'm also a Patriots fan too.
Oh
so,
my God, you had me
yeah,
until
All right, you're done.
yeah,
my God.
I'm feeling a little rough. I know. Hey,
he had me. I was going to be, Captain Save Us.
All
See,
So what's always said Patriots?
Until he said Patriots. See,
Look, let me just tell you what I had in mind, and then we can go from here. Like, depressing me with your sports fandom is not really making me feel super great about your chocolate and wine adventure at Pechanga Resort and Casino. Like, let's make this. Tell me what you're going to do, not, hey, my baseball team sucks and I want to jump into traffic.
Right.
Give me something a little bit more inspirational than that. Let's try Brandon in Los Angeles. Brandon, you're up next.
Okay, so I am a loyal listener, Travis. I have followed you through all your other co-hosts.
He wins.
DeMarco, fun fact, I'm the one that tweeted that you were in the Nelly video, and that started a whole new segment for you guys.
God. Okay.
And my wife is pregnant with our first boy after 2 girls, and I can do the wine, she can do the chocolate.
Oh, that's a pretty good pitch right there.
That's solid.
And he hit the mark.
And he hit the mark.
That's a pretty good pitch
That's
right
good.
there. All right,
Okay.
let's try one more here, and then we'll make our decision. Let's go to Bernard in Los Angeles. Bernard, what did you have in mind?
Well, long-time listener. Voices are amazing. It soothes us in the evening. And, just want to take my wife for 20 years out to a nice evening with the kids, without the kids, 5 kids, a full-time coach. She works from home. So just trying to get.
All right, guys.
That's
so
hard.
Bernard. I think we're down to Bernard and Brandon.
It's three versus 4.
Okay.
Oh,
3 versus 4.
full-time coach.
All right.
Full-time
Full-time coach.
coach.
He's got 5 kids. He's looking for a nice night out with his wife away from the 5 kids. Brandon's expecting his first kid.
First son. He's
You're
two,
right.
2
First
girls.
son.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. All right, let's go around the room. D? Brandon or
I like
Bernard?
Brandon. I like
All
Brandon.
right, there's one for
Is
Brandon.
that 3? Is that caller 3?
That's
Brandon?
caller 3, yes.
Okay.
All right, Laura.
Oh, why you got to do this to me? All right, just because Brandon already got one. Brandon, I was on your team, but I got to get Bernard something. So
All
I'll
right.
get Bernard.
Marcus.
I'm gonna go Bernard. Man. 5 kids, man. Him and the wife deserve a night out.
Oh, this is it. It's Bernard.
There you
man.
go. Bernard wins. There you
It's
go.
Bernard, come on.
All right, Bernard, stay on the line. We're going to
Congratulations,
get your
Bernard.
information.
Yes. You said 5 kids, right?
Yeah.
A lot of
They
kids.
yes, you need wine, you need chocolate, you need to be away.
Wine
Yes.
and chocolates might lead to kid number 6. So let's just be
So be careful.
yeah,
Let's be careful with this.
plan accordingly, Bernard.
Sorry,
Make sure
but
that
thank
you're
you,
ready
Brandon.
to go.
That was awesome.
That's
Thank you.
really
But
good.
Bernard, yes.
That's really good.
That's awesome.
We're going to do that, I believe, each day this week.
All week. That's so cool.
There you go. You got
Okay.
another chance. So Brandon, Shoot your shot again.
Yeah, man. I told you, no depressing stuff.
Yeah.
He almost had you with the Bruins. What else did he say?
I'm an Angel fan and a UCLA football fan. It's like, bro, that's not making me feel like warm and fuzzy, right? I want to help you out.
I like it.
I want to romance my wife. I want to celebrate my child.
That's not a wine and chocolate. That's like a weed and whiskey thing.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
Yeah, that's a free therapy session to kind of work through your emotions along the way.
Roki. So I was going to ask you guys about Roki.
Yes.
Such a big story from last year that kind of got swept under the rug. This is the cool thing about the Dodgers. There's so much happening that became a non-story. And it would have been a story if it's someplace else. Shows up, big fanfare, doesn't go well, comes back in the postseason. What do you think's going to happen with him going into this year? Like, what are you expecting out of Roki Sasaki this season?
I think he's going to get every chance to work his way into the rotation, which is no small task considering how loaded that rotation is. But I think they really did find something with him last year. The start of the year was not great. He struggled. They sent him to OKC. He had an extended vacation basically there where he worked some things out. And then I think him coming back and not just being able to close games, but to do it in the pressure cooker of the playoffs and the World Series sort of showed you something. And whatever tweak they made to get the velocity back, to get the movement back, I think they really want to give this kid every opportunity to be a frontline starter. He also has the luxury of, if he makes the rotation, of being the fifth or sixth guy there. Like, they're not asking him. He's not the guy that you're asking, hey, we've lost 2 in a row, 3 in a row. We need a stopper. You're not asking him to be that guy. You're like, hey, we just need you to go out there, throw strikes, work on your mechanics. Let the other 8 guys around you sort of figure things out. But I think he'll be a starter this year.
I think that's what they want, and I think that's the most likely result. I think when I think of Roki, it is the best example that I can think of recently about what a difference confidence makes in an athlete. Because when he came over here, and if Roki Sasaki and the Dodgers were not opening the season in Japan, I don't think he makes the major league team to start the season. I think that circumstances led to him being on the team, pitching in Japan, and then kind of letting him pitch his way off of the team for a period of time. And then he
hurt him, right?
He had an arm thing, but he clearly was overwhelmed by what he got when he first got here. And that's not unusual. They put him, to Marcus's point, of this incredible expectation in front of his home country to go out there and follow Yamamoto and Ohtani. And, Shohei Ohtani might be the greatest guy ever to put on a pair of cleats. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is a made man in all of the leagues. Like, he is a finished product. He is as good as it gets. Roki Sasaki is an interesting talent. And we're still seeing what it is. He was over his skis. He lost his confidence. They sent him to the minor leagues. He had an arm injury. To Marcus's point, they kind of tweaked some mechanical things. And really, quite frankly, I think we were talking about this too, just how many things happened at the end of the season. They used him out of the bullpen because they had no other choice. They didn't have anybody else to pitch. And I think, what was it, the second to last series of the year in Arizona, where they brought him out of the bullpen for the first time. It's like, hey, that looked pretty good.
But it was literally a here goes nothing.
Right. It was exactly that.
Here goes nothing. Let's try it. Let's see what happens.
And he did it. And I remember talking, I'm not even going to come on with Blue Review with you guys and saying, that was really interesting, but there were no stakes. I need to see him pitch with some stakes. And then he did pitch with some stakes and did pretty well. That game in Philadelphia where he pitched 3 innings, that was an incredible moment in this long thing, but he's still a work in progress.
You think he's ever going to be an ace?
I think he's got the stuff for it, but so do a lot of other guys that never turn into aces.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's an incredibly talented guy.
And that wouldn't be a bust if he doesn't. But I'm just considering the hype, the way he came in.
Hype, it doesn't cost you anything.
Okay.
Like the actual cost of Roki Sasaki is virtually zero in the grand scheme of things. It was just money.
And I always feel like
not a lot of it.
I just feel like with hype too, like at some point it becomes an us thing and not a him thing, right? That our expectation, he's suffering under the weight of our expectations, or maybe that's just not who he potentially is. But I think the ceiling is high, and I think he hasn't hit the ceiling yet.
The black dude that can't dance. See, we were expecting every Japanese player to be like superstar, like Shohei, right? He's okay,
especially on the Dodgers.
Yeah,
right. Like they're not messing around.
Yeah,
right. Like if you can help us, great. if you can't, we're going to move on relatively, and not move on like get rid of him, but we're going to let you go work on it over there and let us know when you're ready to go again. But he does not have to be Roki or Yamamoto or Otani or Snell or Glasnow or even, quite frankly, Emmett Sheehan.
Yeah.
Like, Emmett Sheehan has pitched a lot more major league innings than Roki Sasaki has. Now, maybe the ceiling's not as high. Maybe it is. Sheehan's pretty darn good. but yeah, he just has to kind of be one of the guys. And if his name was, Rick Smith and not Roki Sasaki, I don't think we'd be focused on him the way that we are.
Right. That's what I mean. It's here. There's so many other stories, but at some point, and that's the cool thing. You see this with baseball. You see them grow up right before your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that first look. Wasn't he crying in the
when he was
yeah. That's what I mean.
He was overwhelmed.
And then to see that guy turn into a bulldog at some point, that's going to be cool.
Confidence is no joke.
Yeah.
Like, once he realized, oh, right, I know how to get guys out, he started getting a lot of guys out.
No, you know what's no joke? Being overmatched.
Yeah.
And you got to go out there, right? And you know it. Yeah, that's what's overwhelming.
I think one of the more interesting things for this Dodger team, especially through the early part of the season, is whether or not Mookie is Mookie, or whether or not Mookie's offensive year last year was the beginning of something else.
Yeah, I'm optimistic. I think he gets something closer to that. I think losing all that weight, getting sick in Japan, I just think it took him a while to sort of get back to what he was. And it sort of happened late in the year when he said, he basically said, look, my season statistically, it's over. He's like, I don't give a bleep anymore. I'm just going to go out and just try to do what I can to help the ball club. That's when he started to look more like Mookie Betts. And I think he'll be back. I think the guy that I worry a little bit about is Freddie Freeman.
Really?
I don't know. There were things I saw last year where just like the bat was slowing down a little bit. Look, he still will get on base. And a below average year for Freddie Freeman is still better than most people out there. But
hit 280.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, if Freddie Freeman's hitting 275, 280, like for most guys, that's great. For us, it's like, what's wrong with Freddie Freeman? And I think that's kind of what we're going to see a little bit.
He was talking about getting to 40, like in playing 20 years, getting to 40. I think that's probably a long shot here. Yeah. I don't know if it's
he says he wants it to be here.
I understand that, but I always go back to this. Justin Turner was no thanks, dude. You know what I mean? And they did that to Justin, and I get it. Freddie Freeman's a Hall of Famer. Freddie Freeman had not one but 2 home runs. He's a 2-time World Series champion with the Dodgers. He's all of those things. But the Dodgers, I think one of their great strengths is they will make the hard decision when it's time to make the hard decision. I don't know if there's been a more popular Dodger over the last 15 years than Justin Turner. He was right, and he thought, I'll take a 2-year deal, and they're like, no, we're not doing that. We'll do one. What was it? The Red Sox, I think. They'll give me 2. Then you should go to the Red Sox.
Wow.
And he did. So I think there may come a time where, you're going to have to find a place to put Shohei eventually. And so I think that's at least a possible landing position. And,
Shohei, and I think there's you have to find a place for Dalton Rushing at some point too.
He's got to hit this year.
He's got to hit.
Yeah.
But, I think the fear for Dalton Rushing is that he's going to be a quadruple A player, right? That he's a little bit better than triple A, not quite good enough for the majors. Will Smith's not going anywhere anytime soon, so you've got to figure out somewhere to put Dalton Rushing.
That's the problem.
Where?
Bingo.
Bingo.
Where?
Bingo. They're just on. Imagine how hard it is to get a hit in the major leagues, okay? Now imagine how hard it is to get a hit in the major leagues when you get 4 at-bats a week.
Right.
Okay? And it's just like, show me you can hit. It's like, man, I haven't seen a live pitch in 5 days. What do you want from me? And so there isn't a Michael Conforto out in left field. It's just like, stick him out there and let it go. There's no proof of concept where it's going to have to turn over these things. He's not going to – Will Smith plays a lot.
Yeah.
Right? There's no DH spot with Shohei. Mm-hmm. There's no first base spot because Freddie Freeman plays every day.
Right.
Max Muncy's not coming out of the lineup. Max Muncy hits 35 home runs a year. You're not going to set him down very often.
Isn't that your only entry point, really?
There's no entry point.
No entry point.
But your softest point might be through Max.
Right, but even that, you still have Alex Freeland potentially standing in the way there.
The entry point for Dalton Rushing might be somewhere else. To where
another team?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Where because to Marcus's point, he's an incredibly talented player. There have been little flashes here and there.
Needs the player.
But we don't know if he's a big leaguer or not.
Yeah.
You got to find out, and you can't find out with 4 at-bats a week. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
That's the problem.
We just saw an ABS challenge here in the Dodger-Mariner game from earlier today. Are you into that?
No.
No?
But I also know a losing battle when I see it.
What's wrong with it?
I'm a human element guy, generally speaking. I was resistant to replay in the NFL and stuff. But I know a losing battle when I see it. I stopped arguing about Die Hard being a Christmas movie. I just know to give up. It's fine. It's gonna happen.
I thought it was cool.
I love it.
Bang bang.
And I love it for two reasons. Number one, we're going to continue to get closer to the umpire with his zone being eliminated from baseball. You either
the Angel Hernandezes of the world.
It either crossed the plate or it did not. You're not giving the outside strike today. That's so stupid. It either goes over the plate or it doesn't. And the reason I like the ABS is it's quick.
Yeah.
It's quick. It's like, hey, tap your helmet. Up. Did it go through? Up. Strike. Ball. Whatever the call is, and we just keep it moving.
I think part of it. I think part of what has hastened us to the ABS is the fact that we had K-Zone, which I think has made us objectively worse as fans. I think it has because every pitch that's slightly.
You mean like that one?
Yeah. You're like, oh, did it just graze? That's a strike. We all grew up at a time where we didn't have K-Zone, and you watch, you're like, ooh, that was close. Oh, I think, and we all lived with it. We all moved on. Now, all of a sudden, everybody takes to the internet because the ball just grazed the little corner of the box, and he didn't call it a strike. What's wrong with this guy?
I think what'll happen though is that pitch that we'll just if you're not seeing what we're seeing, there was a pitch that maybe a quarter of the ball was in the strike zone, but by rule that is a strike.
Yeah.
But I don't think that ball is going to get challenged a lot because you're going to miss as many of those as you're going to get right. You only get 2 per game if you miss. So I think that until the game is late, until the game is tight, if there's runners at second and third, and maybe there's a ball that's borderline, maybe you take a shot, but it's not like we're going to be stopping down for every pitch.
Okay, watching car races for wrecks, can admit, right? I think sometimes.
I think that's part of the attraction.
Okay, part of the attraction for baseball is when the umps get it wrong and the managers go nuts.
Yeah.
I love that.
we don't get as much of that anymore.
Not much at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's some rants I watch at least once a month because they're so funny. The minor league guy that throws the bag.
Philip Wellman.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love that dude. But do bad umpires know they're bad? Because, does Angel Hernandez know that he was
Well, thankfully,
bad?
he's no longer a part of what we're doing. But
Did he know he was bad?
There's no scenario in my mind that exists where he didn't. Because he is the gold standard for being incompetent at your chosen occupation.
Who's the guy now?
Laz Diaz.
Okay, does Laz Diaz does he know that he's bad?
Yes.
He does know.
I don't think he thinks he's bad, but I think if I had to guess, he knows that he is looked at as the worst umpire in the major leagues.
You call strike, I show you it's a bad call. You get this
it's
more.
Not my zone tonight, DeMarco. I'm giving the outside pitch tonight.
Always wanted to, Joe West. Does Joe West know that he's wrong here? Does he?
I feel like when your nickname's Cowboy, you sort of know that you're operating outside of the rules and regulations a little bit.
Yeah.
But I do love that, though, when they, lose their stuff.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
Well, and especially when you got guys that were good. A Tommy Lasorda meltdown was worth the price of admission.
Of course.
It was tremendous.
A Lou Piniella meltdown was always great.
Yeah.
All of them. Yeah.
Is it McClendon?
Lloyd McClendon. Do you remember the quote? So for people that don't know, Lloyd McClendon was the manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates. There was a bang-bang play at first base. The umpire, I forget what it was, but it went against the Pirates. Mm-hmm. He goes out there and they're nose-to-nose, John. He gets ejected from the game, and his response is to pick up first base, put it under his arm, and return to the dugout with the bag. Do you remember the quote?
What did he say?
It's one of my favorite baseball quotes of all time. Well, he wasn't using it anyway, so I decided to take it with me.
Oh, my God. So funny.
Yeah. No, we don't get a lot of that.
No, not as much anymore. I don't know. Everybody's more civil.
I wish Dave was a little more entertaining with that. Can you just give us one? Go out there and
Dave
get
usually
out.
gets one outburst a year. It's never on the Lasorda kind of level,
take your
but you get
clothes off one day. Just go nuts.
He's, I think one of the criticism of him that you hear a lot less of now that they've gone back to back is that blow your stack, dude.
Yeah,
there are
very
some times,
mild-mannered.
he's very strategic. He's very mild-mannered. He's very even-keeled.
Yes.
And I think that was the criticism of the Dodgers writ large for a long time. Is it's okay to have a dust-up. It's okay to get kicked out of a game. It's okay to have somebody like Bryce Harper who's tearing up water coolers and all that kind of stuff. Dodgers don't really have a ton of guys like that.
They don't really have a guy. Kike would be the guy on the list,
but
right?
he's not an angry, emotional guy.
He's a goofy, emotional guy.
Exactly.
What if Ohtani did it? That would be so out of character, but what if he did it? That might mess up the chemistry of the team. That would be so shocking if he did that.
I
can't.
I can't even fathom what that would look like.
No.
I can't.
I'm trying to think. Of all the guys on the Dodger roster, the guy that if he went bonkers, you'd be like, yeah, okay.
Like
Muncy. That would make the most sense.
I think if Muncy went bonkers, you'd be like, yeah, all right.
Muncy could. Yeah. I mean, I would think it's probably more of a bullpen guy than a hitter. Like, like Alex Vesia seems like the guy who's like,
he's wound tight.
He's wound really tight, right? Like
that's a good
like when he's out on the mound, he's kind of barely holding it together a little bit,
Dude, so they kind of bring up all the way back to the Laker thing that we were talking about a second ago.
Yeah.
Like Alex Vesia will occasionally give up the goods, right?
Mm-hmm.
He'll give up a home run, a couple of doubles, a walk a guy, and it's like, but you know that he's like a fighting tooth and nail. Like he might fight because his eyes are bugging out of his head. Like that dude is fighting like crazy.
So you're talking about the Worthy thing, the Lakers losing to Boston. Okay, so here's my question. I would ask James this. Did you expect them, if they're getting blown out, to make it ugly?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit.
The effort we're talking about?
I think so, too.
Okay.
Not just stand there and take it. Like, if I'm getting hacked left and right and the whistle's not coming, I'm going to go out and hack you left and right until the whistle comes. I think that was a large part of his
Starting to make more sense.
Body check somebody into the first row for a rebound or something. I don't know.
See what happens next. Right? I mean, I know that, dude, we don't have the days when Kurt Rambis gets his neck broken and it's a 2-shot foul. but there's degrees to this stuff.
I got you. Okay. That's what I thought he meant. They should have – it was too easy for Boston, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what you should bruise them up a little bit.
All right.
If that's what he meant, that makes sense.
I got a quick one for you, Marcus. Teoscar Hernandez, is he on the team at the end of the year? Right.
I think so, but if they get the right offer and they need some pieces, it would hurt my heart. I love Teo.
I do too. But he was an incredible acquisition, but that feels like one of those. They gave him that 3-year deal last year. This is year 2 of a 3-year deal. If they could find somebody, because again, it kind of does create that opportunity that we're talking about, whether it's for rushing or whether it would be for Josue DePaula or Freeland. Any of those guys, like we need somewhere to go put guys out there and see what could happen. He seems the most likely candidate to go.
Yeah, I mean, look, they go get Kyle Tucker. That puts Teo in left field to sort of quote unquote hide him defensively a little bit. It's like moving a sitcom to Friday night. Hey man, it's your last shot. Like it's got to happen right now, or it's not going to happen at all.
TGIF, Marcus. Right? We're going to put you in the home improvement slot when it's on its way out along the way.
Really quick, I wanted to read a tweet from Radio Michael fan. He said he wanted to call in because we had a giveaway, right? Sweet Talk, DeMarco and Travis, to get a chance to win some Pachanga tickets for their Wine and Chocolate Decadence Festival. Radio Michael fan said, I wanted to call and just say a wine and chocolate would be great since my wife hasn't made dinner for me in forever.
See?
Yikes.
See? Only he can get away with that because he's part of the
That's
crew.
hard.
See, that's okay.
I replied cold-blooded.
Sweet talk.
Yeah,
cold-blooded.
Trying to make us angry doesn't seem to be a good path
if I hear
to getting this
lawnmower,
thing
it's
done.
over.
You're
right, see? No.
Oh, man.
Yes.
All right, let's get back into the Lakers. Let's get into what they do over the last, we're down to about a month and a half.
Yeah,
26 games remaining.
26 games left in the season. I'm looking for it, Lord. There it is. I got it right there. It is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. We're breaking down the Lakers' battle with the Celtics coming up next and what comes next as we get you ready for Lakers basketball this week. Reaction Monday is brought to you by Michelob Ultra, a superior taste worth playing for, the official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly. What does happen next? That's coming up. Marcus is here. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
Socks are really your backup toilet paper. If you are in a public restroom and there is no toilet paper
and you realize too late,
there's only one thing to do, George. You take off your shoe, you take off your sock.
Oh, I never would have thought of that, Cappy.
Socks are really your backup toilet paper, just so everybody knows.
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
It's calling. A driving force from within. Pushing, beating, rising to the surface. The time has come to let it out and ignite The flame that sparks revolution. AEW Revolution. Live Sunday, March 15th from Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. Tickets on sale now at AEWTIX.com.
Los Angeles, introducing the newest, most trusted injury hotline.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob, 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
It was a night to remember at the Coliseum.
Yeah, they're booing Lionel Messi here. This is an LAFC crowd. This is Los Angeles, baby.
The black and gold made a statement. 3 goals, 0 doubts.
Oh, what a goal!
LAFC shuts down Messi and Inter Miami 3-0.
And Inter Miami look Messi with a Y tonight.
Now it's on to leg 2 of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. LAFC look to finish off Real España tomorrow night. Coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
This is going to be fun. I like this.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers.
Isn't it cool?
It's so good.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis rolls on.
Hey. Why are you laughing?
Back to the guys.
Hey, baseball podcast people. YouTube. What's the difference? Regular season and spring training. Pitching?
Difference in, like, the difficulty?
Yeah.
Just the intensity across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The intensity
across
the board.
This is just not.
Guys are just getting work in.
Yeah.
Meaning I don't care about result right now?
Well, it's weird. Like,
it seems like it would be tougher right now.
There was a time where you could make the team out of spring training. That's pretty rare now, especially the better teams.
You are reading my mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you make a team in the majors especially when you're this deep?
Like, you might make the Rockies or the
Right.
White Sox or something if you have a monster spring, but nobody's making the Dodgers because they hit 400 in the spring.
Right.
Makes it kind of boring.
Well, it's not supposed to be anything but boring. It's
no
warm up.
competition. There's no like story out of nowhere.
No, but I would tell you, like, going to spring training is great.
Oh, it's terrific.
As a fan, it's amazing. Like, you sit out in the sun and you have a beer and you just watch the game and then, just enjoy your afternoon. That's it. It's great.
Yeah.
And it's less expensive unless it's the Dodgers. Dodgers spring training is pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Marty Moreno. See?
Yeah.
He's on to something.
But again, if the Dodgers went, I don't know how many spring trainings they had, like 25, something like that.
Yeah.
They went 25-0. If they went 0-25, who cares?
Exactly.
Like, it literally doesn't matter.
They also have ties in spring training.
Yeah.
If you play 9 innings and it's tied, then it's just tied.
I mean, they're trying to win, right? But I mean, no one's going to flip it. They're not trying to win?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. You're trying to work on your, if you're pitching, you're trying to work on whatever your mechanics are, your pitches are. If you're hitting, you just want to get few good swings. That's
What's
it.
Dave doing right now during spring training?
Watching the young guys, seeing what guys' health was, like what does Mookie look like?
Yeah.
Like, does he look like Mookie Betts? To Marcus's point about Freddie, how quick does the bat look?
Yeah.
That sort of stuff. Like, just what are we looking at? But the veteran guys, you never sweat those guys.
No, because they get a couple of at-bats, and then they go on. I remember one year going, this is like at the height of Barry Bonds. I went to a Giants game. Barry saw 2 pitches. He hit a homer and a triple. And his day was over. Like, that was it.
You ever think we're going to get to a point where we just appreciate what we saw?
Yeah.
With Barry?
Yeah. Or will it always be that guy was a real pain in the ass, and he was on God knows what?
No, I think we have gotten to a point where people just appreciate who he was.
I came around on it.
We probably won't see it, but I think the youth, the young generation with they got a pill for everything now.
Yeah.
Type generation
I think
may forgive later on.
I think that's kind of why we're getting to that point, though. I think as we learn more about like who did what and how many guys did what and whatever, like, yeah, I mean, Barry kind of is the poster guy for it, but I think as the knowledge sort of seeps out, it's kind of like, yeah, man, he's just, he was just amazing.
He may be around to see his hero turn. At some point, you'll realize, like you said, it was everybody in baseball. He wasn't the only one.
Well, for sure. Yeah. But like what you just said, he would get in there, you would throw him one pitch a night, and he would smoke it. I don't care what you're taking or what's going on. That doesn't happen.
You just don't do that.
No, and he would
just don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, when he was getting walked intentionally with the bases loaded, like, he might see in a given week maybe 5 good pitches all week, and he might hit 3 of those out.
I was talking with Eric Gagne on Saturday night. He was out at the Legends Attic event, and we're gonna put it up on the station socials. We're gonna put it on my social. I'm gonna put it on my Locked On Dodgers podcast too. But we were talking about Ohtani, and I asked him the question, and I said, "Okay, you have to pitch to Ohtani. How do you attack him?" And he just holds up 4 fingers, like, I'm not pitching to him. And I said, "Okay, I'm gonna change the game. Bases loaded, tie game. You have to pitch to him. How do you go about it?" He's like, "Well, I'm staying away. This is where you do it." And I said to him, kind of a similar thing with Barry. He goes, there was nowhere to pitch Barry. Like with Shohei, you can go down. Shohei will chase a little bit. Like there's a couple of small things that you can maybe try to take advantage of. With Barry's like, nope.
No, there were no holes.
Nothing to do.
There were no holes there, Yeah.
Gagne is not turning down Shohei Ohtani back in the day, right?
What do you mean?
Like when he was Gagne, when he was still pitching in his prime, he would not
challenge
walk Shohei Ohtani.
Well, what's the situation? The first base open? Hell yes, you'd walk him. Oh, hell yes. He's the only guy that can beat you in that situation.
Superman. The other thing was when Gagne faced Barry Bonds, didn't they have a deal, no breaking?
Yeah, so they
no breaking balls.
They
right?
went on a trip to Japan together.
This is a great story.
They were teammates. Like it was like in a major league event where they were teammates, and they were talking junk to one another. Mm-hmm. And they made an agreement that if they ever faced each other in a major league game and the game was not on the line, that he would just come at him with everything he had. And Barry hit one into
Barry
the
Barry hit one to the moon.
Yeah.
Legendary at bat. Yeah.
Barry hit one into the bay. And it was like, I told you, like, what don't you understand about this? Like, this is what I do.
I wouldn't make that agreement if I'm Gagne.
I mean, but also, I remember that game. And I remember afterwards Gagne saying, well, you know what, I had a 2-run lead and there was nobody on base.
Right.
Like, yeah,
that's when you do it.
I'll challenge him. That's fine. Yeah, even if he hits one out, we still have a lead. It's fine.
Not a chance. Not a chance. All right, so Lakers have Orlando tomorrow night. They're, what did you say, D? 25 games left?
26 games.
26 games left. Is this just what, cross your fingers, you hope you have the good night, and cross the fingers and hope you don't have the bad night, and hope they line up at the right time against the right guys, that there is no changing this or altering this? This is just what you got, and this is how you got to roll it.
This is it, man. This is all we got. So this is one of those things where you have to take advantage of every opportunity. If you get a chance to beat a bad team. How would you classify Orlando?
Orlando Magic. Sorry, I just had to play that real quick.
What the hell was that?
So that's funny. I'm like on a deep rabbit hole. Orlando Magic social media team does a great job of when they like post their wins. They have this whole song.
There's an Orlando Magic theme song.
Orlando Magic theme song.
Yeah,
I'm not lying. Yes,
I think it's from their first year. Like, when they first came into existence.
Wow.
But to answer your question, as far as Orlando Magic, they are a real physical team. Like, the record doesn't really show. They have some struggles. That they have a lot of injuries going in and out their lineup. But they are a team that they're going to come out here. They're going to play really, really hard. And they're going to have the same level of physicality like the Boston Celtics do. And so that's what worries me and concerns me going into this game tomorrow night against the Magic, because everyone is just circling this as Lakers need to get this one to start their 26, the rest of their 26 games off to the right start.
You're 5 now, right?
You're tied for 5th right now.
You can slide right out of this thing.
And it's crazy because, DeMarco, you brought it up that, there's a possibility that this Lakers team could potentially fall into the play-in, and they're only 2 games behind.
And I wouldn't be surprised in a team that's getting ready to change. Because, like you said, you're not playing with house money. That's a different deal. But it really doesn't matter how you go out.
No, not really.
That's what I'm saying. If you slide out of the playoffs, okay, you play less basketball.
I think that's why this is kind of a really unique time in Laker history, where it's not a I think we all know what's coming next.
Mm-hmm.
We know what's coming next, which is the end of the LeBron James era, whether that's at the end of this season, which seems more and more likely, or whether that's somewhere down the line. And then let's go get Luka what he needs, or more of what he needs.
Yeah.
This isn't a short-term fix. This is let this year play out. If they catch lightning in a bottle, great.
Do you know what it is? It's NBA Survivor. Which one of you guys will be here next year besides Luka?
Yeah, I mean, how
possibly Austin Reeves.
So, how different does this roster look next year?
Completely different,
right?
Yeah, it's going to be a complete overhaul.
It better be.
That's what I mean. Like, which one of you guys is staying with him and him?
You got your picks to trade.
Yep.
You've got your picks to make. You've got some money to spend if LeBron is gone. The Austin Reeves saga could be locked up. I know you're pro Giannis.
Yeah.
There are some moves to make, but hopefully let's get closer as opposed to let's just throw one more Hail Mary at this thing, which it feels like they've been doing for 5-8 years.
Are you with me on the Giannis thing?
I mean,
You're on an island on that one.
I just don't think it's easy, like plug and play. Like I think to get Giannis, you have to give up a lot, which sort of makes you less of a contender.
You sound like them.
Because we're right.
Let's use yesterday as an example, right?
Yeah.
They had 3 incredibly dynamic offensive players, and that just doesn't look good. And doing more of, hey, let's add more guys that can really put the ball in the bucket.
One of them wasn't Giannis. See? I'm just kidding.
But LeBron is young. He's just older. Like they need a team. They don't need a collection of stars. They need to build a team, and it feels like they're right on the verge of being able to do that. Mm-hmm. And Giannis feels like it would be a collection of stars, even though I'd be into seeing it. It would be hard not to be excited for it, but I don't think it's the right decision.
The funny thing is, I was telling Marcus that the only reason I actually like this whole Giannis to the Lakers situation, and I don't want him here, not for all the reasons we talked about, it's because it just solidifies that if this is real, like what they want to go after, LeBron's out of here. Like that LeBron era's gone because you can't have both. So if this whole Giannis rumor catches that theme of like the Lakers want him, the Lakers want him, that just means the Lakers don't want LeBron's gone. So whether that's the only positive that I get, and then I hope they don't get him, but at least we don't have Giannis and we don't have LeBron because we're done with that. The only positive I see from that rumor.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst decision in the world. I just wouldn't make it along the way. That's kind of where I keep coming back to that.
So going into the game last night against the Celtics, so we talked about it as far as everyone had the assumption that because Jason Tatum was not playing this year for the Boston Celtics, that this was going to be a gap year.
Yep.
That they're going to roll in here. They're going to be a playing team at best.
Uh-huh.
And Jaylen Brown is showing that he's able to take take this team and take them to the right way as far as being number 2 in the Eastern Conference. They're 37-19. Everyone thought they weren't even going to be in contention in the playoffs. But it goes to show you that Celtics going into this offseason, they had a plan.
They have a team.
They were able to build, and I hate giving Boston Celtics praises, especially on they're being a partner.
I know what you mean.
I really hate doing this, but what you just watched what they were able to do. They plug in guys, and the energy. There's no drop off, and so they actually had a proper plan. They executed. They got guys in a center who I wasn't really familiar with, but he went out there in the limited minutes that he had in 20 to 25. He made a significant impact on rebounding. So they have guys that going in there doing certain things on a stat sheet that doesn't necessarily get talked about enough. Lakers don't really have those guys. And so that's why the question is, what was the plan going into the season? Because we don't even know what the Lakers don't even have an identity.
Drive it till it breaks.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
They were locked into another year of LeBron James.
Yep.
And you're kind of boxed into what you're doing. And it's not the worst box to be in because it's LeBron James, but you're still boxed in nonetheless.
Hey, my car's on fire. Stay on the track.
Yep. Just keep going.
Stay on the track.
All right, I got a little last man standing, a little NBA last man standing for us right here. You got a little music for me, DeAndre?
Give me 1 second.
You got it. He's going to find it. So we're talking about some of these guys, and I read something that the last American MVP was in 2018 with James Harden. It's been a minute since American has won.
Last American-born MVP was wow,
James Harden 2018. Okay. Which brings the question: there are 9 men who have won the NBA Most Valuable Player award that were not American citizens,
okay.
or at least had citizenship in an additional place.
So 9 guys.
9 people. We'll start over here with Marcus. Marcus,
Shea
you're first.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is a Canadian. He
Yes.
is on the list. Yes. DeMarco.
Nash,
also a Canadian, is on the list. Laura.
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan is the trick question. He is on the list. He was born in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Yep.
Spurs,
So
baby.
Tim Duncan is on the list.
Jokic,
Serbia, on the list. We've got 3 left.
Don't you take the
Marcus.
next one.
Geez. Where else did we go? MVP, not from the United States.
Excuse me, there are 4 left.
Olajuwon?
Olajuwon is on the
Nice.
list. Nigeria, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Okay, the German, Dirk. There we
is
go.
on the list. There are there are 2 left. Laura.
Giannis.
Giannis,
Yes.
Greece, is on the list.
DeAndre's like, that was mine.
There's 1 left. Tick, tick, 5, 4, 3, 2,
I don't got one.
DeAndre is out. Marcus.
Ooh, let's see, who could be the last one? Patrick Ewing? He was never an MVP.
No, not Patrick Ewing. Marcus is out. It's down to Laura and
my
DeMarco.
God,
DeMarco, you're up.
I have no idea. I have no answer.
He's out. So
Oh.
Laura wins
By
by
default,
default. She
I
gets
don't
the
know
win
it.
right there.
Wait, she can't win without answering.
She's the last man standing.
Who
She's the
is
last,
it?
Sorry,
last
who-
one to
who
get it
is
right.
it?
Who is it?
Joel Embiid.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. When I saw that, I'm like, wait, an American hasn't won the MVP since 2018?
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's been a minute.
That's why I like. He's, to DeAndre's point, Jaylen Brown is the only Celtic I've ever liked, outside of Ray Allen, and I only half liked it.
You know, okay, I didn't like him when he
Jason
was doing his
Tatum.
thing, but I watch him now, and I'm like, I really missed the boat in getting to it. I could never have liked him considering my age and everything else, and the fact that Magic Johnson's my favorite. Larry Bird was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, you watch some of the stuff he does, the way he'd pass, the way he would run his mouth.
The way he
in
was
the
I
day-
mean, just
Yeah.
trash talk.
Unbelievable.
Hated him though. Couldn't stand
Could
him
not stand him.
No.
at all.
And I did that crazy thing you do when you're in 8th grade where you say, oh, he's not that good. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he was.
You know,
Yeah, he was.
Danny Ainge.
Ainge was
Ainge is the
Toronto Blue Jays third baseman Danny Ainge.
A lot of 4-letter words.
Yes.
Ainge was a punk. Like Bird was a hard ass and tough, but Ainge was just mixing stuff up to mix stuff up.
Perfect Celtic.
I hate that I like Jason Tatum a lot.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm indifferent.
Yeah, I
He's a
think
great
I think
player.
I'm indifferent. To
I,
this. don't,
I like
Yeah.
him, and I'm like, I don't want to like him because of the uniform he wears.
You
but
and
I do.
James Worthy.
No.
Little shop talk is coming up next. It is DeMarco, and Travis Marcus is here too on ESPN LA. And don't forget, you can join Sedano and Cap live this Friday at Vision Works in Fullerton. That is from 7 in the morning till 10 in the morning. Come hang out with the Sedano and Cap morning show and the entire crew for a chance to win upcoming basketball tickets, score exclusive Sedano and Cap tees, and take advantage of 60% off a complete pair of glasses at Vision Works. It's all happening this Friday in Fullerton. See you there.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen.
And ESPN LA is the new home of the Rich Eisen Show in the Southland.
Let's go to Jimmy in San Antonio, one of our favorites. What's up, Jimmy?
¿Qué pasó, hermano?
What's up? Hey.
Man, Rich, people confuse you for Ryan Gosling, but not Josh Lucas. That's horrible.
The home of the Lakers. Now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, 710 ESPN. And always on the new ESPN LA app.
Your heart works hard for you every day. February is American Heart Month, and it's a great time to check in on your heart health. Hey, it's Chris Morales, and Providence brings together some of the brightest minds in cardiac care, all focused on protecting what matters most, your heart. Their teams combine advanced treatments with compassionate, personal care right here in Southern California. So this month, take a step towards better health. Get moving, eat well, or schedule that checkup. Providence is here to support healthier hearts in every community. Learn more at providence.org/SoCalHeart.
We're definitely going to be late for kickoff. We should be at the game by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I've got to fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple of towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We missed tailgating because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas. Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the whole first quarter.
Football fans, download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FANS to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FANS for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FANS for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code FANS.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
This is the afternoon show with DeMarco and Travis.
Have you slept in silk pajamas yet?
No.
Try it.
Really?
You'll be like, what was I thinking?
Really?
Yeah.
You are hanging out with the Rams Super Bowl champ and Sweet Tea.
You guys like silk, right? No?
Back to the guys.
Before the guys start shop talk, so DeAndre's really, really wanting to keep track of last man standing.
Yeah.
He's won 2, right?
I believe so.
Okay. So I know you and...
I have 1. You have 1. DeMarco has 1.
Okay, perfect.
He has 2.
Okay, then we good.
Yeah.
That's how we're starting off, DeAndre.
I feel like it'll be fun. Just keep track.
Yeah. We're going to put some stakes on this?
Look at you. See, that's how. See, there we go.
That doesn't have to be big.
Have to be stakes.
Just
see?
something.
We still need it.
I mean, what about pork chops? I mean, what about...
right. What about Funyuns? Come on.
AKE stakes.
We still need to pay off our NFL one.
Yeah, we still owe you for that. We can do low stakes. We can do like whoever will buy you Starbucks for a week or something like that.
I know that you joked and said like massage or whatever to Envy. Let's just go to dinner. We still need a team dinner.
How does she win without answering the question?
Well, here's the thing.
Get over it. I won.
I'm going to need dinner at a very specific time in a very specific place. It can't be on a Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So we're going to just really kind of lock this thing in.
We can do lunch if you guys want, if that's easier.
Bring lunch.
Yeah, I'll buy pizza. How about that?
Whatever works, as long as we hang out.
That's not a bad idea. All right. Pizza delivery. Yeah.
I got a long drive. I got to get home.
Yeah.
You know how it goes. You know how it goes. All right, it was today Jamal Murray's 29th birthday.
No way.
Yeah.
Murray.
I think he's a good example of the guy that can be your second best player as long as the rest of the team is really good and you have a transcendent number one, i.e. Luka Doncic. Transcendent number one, let's find the best number 2 and then build the team because Jamal Murray raises his game to another level.
Okay, who's a better basketball player overall, Jokic or Luka?
Jokic.
Jokic, because we don't talk about his defense, do we?
Not a ton. But
Positions, but we don't talk about his defense.
Put it this, if you were assuming they were the same age, if you're drafting, I'm going to take Jokic.
I'll take Jokic.
Me too. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Better set. Okay.
DeAndre, would you take him too?
I would take Jokic, yeah.
Luka might be right behind him.
Nah.
Well, we're all agree with taking Wemby first, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Just so we got that covered. D'Angelo Russell turns 30 years old today. How is that possible? D'Angelo Russell's been in the NBA for 14 years.
He came in early.
When I saw his age, I'm like, wait, what? Is this
That
wrong?
doesn't sound right at all. I feel like D'Angelo Russell has been a part of my basketball watching life for a very long time.
Said his name every day.
Yeah.
Much you dreaded it.
Is it just because he's been through the Lakers more than once?
Yeah.
And he's always involved in trades?
He always seems, yeah.
All right. It is National Tootsie Roll Day. You know why? Because today in 1896, Leo Hirschfeld in New York introduced the Tootsie Roll.
Anybody into Tootsie Rolls?
I love them.
I love Tootsie Rolls.
You know what are underrated? Are the Tootsie Roll fruit chews.
Not bad.
Those are so underrated.
Not bad.
Roll
There's a pink one. There's a red one. There's a
like
purple
a yellow one.
Yeah.
There's
a blue one too.
The blue one. I think the blue one's like vanilla or something.
yeah.
It's just not bad.
The different colored wrappers.
Yeah, like the fruit chews are underrated.
When my kids would bring the Halloween candy back and they Tootsie Roll, I'm like, right over here.
Right over here. Thank you very
Right
much.
over here.
Yes.
What about a Tootsie Pop? Where are we on those?
They're great.
You like
Tootsie
the Tootsie
Pop.
Pop?
I do like the Tootsie Pop.
Sucker with the
Oh my
Tootsie
God,
Roll in the middle.
Yes. I'd rather have the blow pop though.
It's like having a razor blade in your mouth.
It is,
The
yeah.
the
It went through your
candy on
mouth.
those
Yeah.
things are wicked.
Not good for radio.
It was in 1985 that the TV show Give Me a Break was broadcast live before a studio audience. It was the first TV sitcom to be seen live since the 1950s.
Trying to make it to the top. Yes.
Is that Nell Carter?
Nell Carter.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
With a young Joey Lawrence.
Yes.
I think was on that show.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And his
So much
brother,
fun.
right? Matthew came
along a little bit later. Yeah.
They shot the TV show live?
Uh-huh.
Like, what's that kind of defeats the purpose of TV, no?
I mean,
like, let's do a lot of takes here.
I mean, they weren't one taking this thing, right? Like I would assume it was just for a live audience, maybe?
Broadcast live before a studio
broadcast
audience.
live.
Is the first time
Wow.
a TV sitcom had been seen
You know,
live.
I need to go watch it again. I'm not sure if it was good. It just there was the only thing on back in the day. We only had a few channels.
Do you ever watch, like, so you're too young to remember this, Marcus. Do you
Okay.
remember the show Emergency?
Yes,
With
I
the
do.
firefighters?
Yes.
I'm fairly certain you and I could write an episode of Emergency in 10 minutes.
But back then it was so awesome.
It was riveting.
Yes.
I still watch it. It's like, wait, guy crashed on a motorcycle. They call in. Hey, give him an IV, D5W, stabilize and transport. They come in, they sew him up, and then they show that.
Show the
they
truck.
send him right back out
Show
again.
the lights. Show the truck.
Yes, yes.
Show the lights.
Sit them down at the kitchen table in the firehouse, and then right as they're about to put a bite of food in their mouth, and right back out
Show
the
me
door
the
again.
pole. Let's go.
Today in 1986, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar replaced Elvin Hayes as the NBA's all-time leader in games played when he appeared in his 1,304th game, an overtime win against Philadelphia. He went on to play in 1,560 games and is now second to Robert Parrish, who played in 1,611 games.
So happy to see him up on the stage with the Riley statue.
With Kareem?
With Kareem. I feel like it's like an honor to see him every time he's there. You know, it's Kareem, man.
It is.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
Kareem.
I'm glad people have softened to him a little bit in his older years.
It also helps that he has sort of softened to people.
Yes.
Also, a
He
little
was
bit.
tough. He was
how
tough.
do you hide at 7'2"?
Well, I think that's a large part of it. But he was grumpy.
Right,
Like,
of course.
Kareem was kind of a grumpy guy along the way. 1992, one of our last man standing, Hakeem Olajuwon of the Rockets, rejected 7 shots in a win over the San Antonio Spurs, becoming the 6th player in NBA history to register 2,000 career blocks.
Okay, so the NBA's changed, right?
Yes.
Different ball game, as they say.
Mhm.
LeBron says harder than it was back then. If Hakeem Olajuwon comes along now, does he have a place in this NBA?
100%.
Yeah.
Without being able to shoot
He
the
would
three?
know how to shoot.
You think he'd learn to shoot?
He would know how to shoot.
Yeah.
He would have to
I mean, like,
adjust.
he didn't have the dream shake when he first came into the league. That was something he developed along the way, and it became devastating.
Because
at
he's
some
great,
point.
he'd learn to shoot.
And he was
Okay.
a freak athlete. Like, he would
Right.
have
Isn't he
figured it out. And
isn't he
you
a
know who he'd be
soccer
like?
player or
Yeah.
something?
He'd be like Giannis. He's a little bigger than Giannis, but the way he could move, the way he could run.
Aha.
Yeah.
Tell me you don't want that.
I'll bring the dream
There you
back.
go.
Like, the one that's interesting, we can talk about this tomorrow. Marcus, great job today, but what if Shaq showed up now? I know there's a place for him, but does Shaq learn how to shoot, or are we just putting him down on the block and letting him
He's
break
like,
people's
just bang.
necks?
Just run people over.
Yep, that's it.
Awesome to have you here, Marcus. We'll see you next Monday.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Lakers talk coming up next with AK.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.